just roll over, and that would be a 3-0. And instead, G2 fights back. They actually, they win Nuke. If you think about just Kenyas, on Overpass, he had, I believe, what is the worst rating of his career, 0.29.
Ouch.
He's bouncing back to 121, and the Kenyas that I used to play with, he used to be very emotional. He used to, get carried away when he had a bad performance. Now he bounces back on the stage in the grand final. So that's what I want to see. Mental.
I think it's a big mental. I think it's a big theme for G2, the maturity coming into this lineup. You bring in some new players who don't necessarily have a lot of experience as players on big stages, but they're pretty old to be quite honest. So they have that life experience, they have that maturity, and I think that's a good asset to have when you're in a final and when you have the pressure on you. I definitely agree with you. Kenny S back in the days, he was very emotional. You could almost see him, get out of it or lose his mind when he was doing something he shouldn't be doing. But today he showed resilience, and that bounds for a good Inferno game right here. I think G2 still have a little fight left in them.
Yeah, and hopefully so. I mean, we could go all the way, or you could just go open another browser right now. Head over to double T, not triple, don't do that. Twitter.com/ESLCS. Go ahead and get that vote in, or get ready to get the vote in, rather, for the Mountain Dew Amped Game Fuel Power Play. That will be coming at the conclusion of the series, because in the meantime, we need to go to a quick break. Players get some food, and then we're going to be jumping right back into this best of 5. We got Inferno on the cards. There's no better place to be than here and now, the ESL Pro League Season 9 Finals.
Take a dive before you dry out. It's the only way to live. You can't be without it, baby. Yeah, I know. Try before you sign off. This shit can kill the sick. Real stories. It's the only way to live. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Pick up panel to be right on. Yeah. 'Cause no one really gives. Don't look back or keep your eyes on. Long ago. Doesn't matter what it gon' cost. Never gave a shit. Real soul. Let it take a hit. Hey. Who's getting high on emotion? Look around. People fight all their life for some peace. Yeah. Look around. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace.
So when you think of G2, I think they have a lot of strong assets. In the beginning, when they started picking up Jackson and Lucky, but also Amanek, I think everyone started thinking, why are they relying on 3 new people? But I actually think it's given them some new breathing room and some new blood into the team, and I think it has definitely helped Kenny S and Shocks to get back on their level. So I think they have a really good, strong assets in terms of new blood, but also a lot of experience, and I think they are a really great team, and they have definitely proven, and they deserve to be here. I don't think it's a surprise that Liquid has made it this far. Liquid is the best team in the world as of right now. They've knocked us off the throne, which is of course disappointing, but at the same time they have definitely deserved it. I think Team Liquid is a really great team in terms of how they work as a team, but also they have some really strong individual players, so they have a really good mix of being good individuals, but also having a good teamwork, and I think that is the main key to be the best team in the world.
Welcome back, Montpellier. It's almost time to jump into that fourth map of Inferno. Right now, we do have a bout on our hands that consists of baguettes and cheeseburgers. That's right, North America taking on G2 as a whole. G2 having won the map of Nuke, certainly keeping themselves here in the contest. My name being Trey Saranthus. Alongside of me will be that of Pimp and Maniac over here on the desk, and we're going to take you right down into Inferno Town.
Inferno Town. I like the sound of that, right?
It's kind of got a little ring to it.
It's like could be like in a blues song or maybe a country song, like Inferno Town. Could work, right?
Wow, now that was that was pretty good, man. Honestly, I would have thought you were from Nashville almost at that. Anyway, here's some stats looking ahead of Inferno. This is what we're looking at. Jacob, start to walk us through it.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for G2. There's no doubt about that. Coming into Inferno, Team Liquid are the heavy favorites. I will say, though, that what we just saw on Nuke, that's a good sign for G2. We saw Kenny S wake up. We saw the team perform as a team, and I think that's going to be very important here in Inferno. Just to put it in context, the past 4 times G2 have played Inferno, they only managed to win once time, and that's against Cloud9, so that doesn't really say anything. Whereas for Liquid, we did see them manhandle Astralis yesterday, or the day before that, in the quarterfinals. So Liquid have a good feel for Inferno right now, whereas I would say G2, it's sort of like a map in the middle of the pack for them, so that is a problem for them. I will say, though, if Kenny S can step it up, there is a chance.
Yeah, I agree with this. I was just thinking about how, in my mind, Liquid have the best Inferno player in the world right now, which is Twist. I think no one can hold that A side. Yeah, the A side covered by Twist is absolutely insane. Obviously, he's the highest rated on the side of Liquid on that map. Now, if you just look at the results, as Jacob was saying, this is not looking good for G2, but it doesn't matter. It's a grand final. Everything is reset. G2, they must feel like, okay, now we've come into the play. Liquid maybe doubting a little bit, maybe irritated. You got to hope so if you're for the Frenchman. So, you know what? Stats are up in the air. Everything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that this does kind of level the slate. You're exactly right. Now's the time to turn up if you're G2, and now's the time to close the door on the possibility for G2 to get back into it if you are Team Liquid. What we're going to do right now is start to head down to the weatherman himself because he's prepared a little something for us to look at ahead of Inferno. It's Chatty B.
If you've ever heard us talk about Inferno, all we do is talk about Banana, so we're going to do that again, a nice quick one here. Now, Shox and Lucky have the duties of holding this B bomb site. They play it in limbo. They give up Banana, they play towards the mouth. If you saw what Hellraisers did, similar scenes, but early they put a lot of pressure on the defaulting of Elige and Stewie. They're actually able to stop them and push them away and force them to go to more A-based strategy. So I think still in this one, the guys from Liquid have the advantage with the Banana take versus the style that G2 throw at them. One last thing, though, that the side of Liquid do not have is Kenny S. Kenny S can be arch side, he can be in holes aggressive, he can be picking mid, he can be top of Banana, he can be pushing down. He does that all over the map. He's unpredictable, and if he's still on point right now, there is a chance for this roster of G2 to take us all the way, but it's not looking good.
It's not looking the best right now, but it's got to be a look that they have to have. I mean, this is something where backs against the wall, G2 need to come out shining right here.
Yeah, definitely. I really think Kenny S is the win condition here. Shox so far in this series haven't really been that impactful. He's having a decent game, but not to the Shox level we've seen before. Whereas for Kenny S, Chad is absolutely right when he's saying he's all over the map. He's very versatile. He's sometimes aggressive, sometimes passive. And when you have a guy like him on the team, it is tough to counter him. You never know where he places on the map. So I hope for G2's sake that they've done the preparation. I hope Malik have prepped the guys ordinary. We haven't seen Liquid play against Hellraisers where they did struggle a lot with that Banana control. So hopefully, Maniac, I hope they're going to be more aggressive towards Banana.
Yeah, and I mean, Maniac, I know it's hard to go against your friends and whatnot here, but I understand that Stewie has had a slow map over on Nuke. How influential is he going to have to be here on Inferno?
Well, I mean, I think I'm taking no risk saying it's going to be better than Nuke, right? But Inferno is not really a map where Stewie is shining, but I think what is scary when you're G2 right now is that the whole Liquid just seem like an oiled machine on Inferno. I think they have a very good grasp on how to play each area of the map, would it be on the offense or on the defense. And we talk about Kenny S, and the problem is he's at the bottom on the stats when it comes to Inferno. Inferno is a closed map, mostly on the T side. Where do you make the difference with the AWP? He used to be able to do that, for example, facing Arch or middle, but I think people know that now. They expect Kenny S to do it. So, I mean, Kenny would have to overperform. But then again, if you want to be the greatest of all time, you have to do it when it matters most.
Yeah, simple as it is. If you want to win a grand final, you have to be the best. And I think Kenya's have the skill set to be that. I agree with you. Inferno is not notoriously known for being an op map, but we've seen Fallen make it very good before. So I believe Kenya's has what it takes, but let's see if he can do a trace.
Yes, that's what the eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean. It's going to be G2 and Liquid going into this fourth map of Inferno. G2 starting on the T side, and will Liquid. They just need to close it out here. To do it, though, we've got the best commentators, or at least some of them in the business. We've got Anders and Moses, and they're ready to get it hot and eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean. It's going to be G2 and Liquid going into this fourth map of Inferno. G2 starting on the T side, and will Liquid. They just need to close it out here. To do it, though, we've got the best commentators, or at least some of them in the business. We've got Anders and Moses, and they're ready to get it hot and eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean. It's going to be G2 and Liquid going into this fourth map of Inferno. G2 starting on the T side, and will Liquid. They just need to close it out here. To do it, though, we've got the best commentators, or at least some of them in the business. We've got Anders and Moses, and they're ready to get it hot and eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean.
14-3.
I mean, I think I'm taking no risk saying it's going to be better than
Eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean. It's going to be G2 and Liquid going into this fourth map of Inferno. G2 starting on the T side, and will Liquid. They just need to close it out here. To do it, though, we've got the best commentators, or at least some of them in the business. We've got Anders and Moses, and they're ready to get it hot and eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean. It's going to be G2 and Liquid going into this fourth map of Inferno. G2 starting on the T side, and will Liquid. They just need to close it out here. To do it, though, we've got the best commentators, or at least some of them in the business. We've got Anders and Moses, and they're ready to get it hot and eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean. It's going to be G2 and Liquid going into this fourth map of Inferno. G2 starting on the T side, and will Liquid. They just need to close it out here. To do it, though, we've got the best commentators, or at least some of them in the business. We've got Anders and Moses, and they're ready to get it hot and Eyes of the world are watching right here.
Myślisz, że zagranie nie może stać...
Eyes of the world are watching right here upon the city of Montpellier, right along the Mediterranean. It's going to be G2 and Liquid going into this fourth map of Inferno. G2 starting on the T side, and will Liquid, they just need to close it out here. To do it, though, we've got the best commentators, or at least some of them in the business. We've got Anders and Moses, and they're ready to get it hot and
execute the smoke. Use your KZ Molly will force back an Oppa playing close to Porch. To execute this smoke, use your KZ skills and get onto the corner of this railing. Aim below the wooden rafter and at the bottom of the cracked paint on the wall. Then jump and throw. This will force any Oppa playing Porch side to move back onto the site. Or play more aggressive, so watch out for that too. Good luck!
I saw my brother cry because he saw me at the lowest point of my life last year, in every way possible. I've been coming from hell pretty much, and finally reaching a final in such a big tournament. It's like all of our family is here. It's a lot of emotions for us. It feels super great. It feels super great because it's not only that we reached the final, it's also we are playing super good. So I'm super happy, like super happy. It feels super good to be in finals, especially here in France, in front of that massive crowd that is super sportive.
Beating Astralis was definitely a huge hump for us, a mental hump and emotional hump just because they beat us all last year, but having a third shot at the Intel Grand Slam is also a big part of it, and I'm not going to put any pressure on my guys, but I'm pretty sure we can put up a good match for sure against them. It will still be a close match because they have the home crowd advantage and stuff like that, so I'm excited.
Insane, the atmosphere is really insane. We can feel them. Our skins just feel heavier in game. The focus we had the last couple of days just paid off, to be honest. Well, Liquid is Liquid, and but Liquid is still the best team in the world, and they have like great experience on that kind of stages. I actually can't predict a winner, to be honest.
Just lifting the trophy in general is a crazy idea. I didn't get to experience that much in my career so far, but hopefully now we can solidify ourselves as the #1 team and start winning some trophies and stuff like that. For my guys, we still want to win the major, but we also still want to get a bunch of trophies as well, and this would be a great start for us this year.
So I'm already super happy we're in final, but for sure we're gonna do our best with the trophy because that's the main objective.
And he's a rabid. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the stream as well. We did have a networking issue that we just sorted out here at the venue, and now we should be good to go. In fact, we're so good to go, Moses. We've got a little bit of update to do.
Yeah, the pistol round actually was completed. Twist got a 3K. 3 kills in that defense. They had that stack at the top of Banana.
Yeah.
They had a 3-man stack.
They finally won a pistol round.
That's beautiful. I think they won one earlier, but
Yeah.
I think it was literally just one.
But I mean, throughout the tournament as well, it just has not been many.
It's been pretty grotesque.
Just to catch everybody up, if you are just joining us now, G2 need to win all the rest of the maps here. Liquid need to win just the one, and they will take the grand finals, charging through the fire as well there on the French side, and they are not going to feel very welcome.
No, not at all. So much utility. That was a nade dump at top Banana. Now, remember, we also had the struggles on the B-bomb side on Dust 2 if you were watching the opening map of this series. If you think back to Team Liquid versus Astralis, which I surely hope you did not miss that one, Astralis was able to take the B-bomb side a number of times as well on Team Liquid. Naf and Stewie couldn't really hold that down either.
But then they just retook it every single time.
Yeah, the retakes were on point for Liquid, which was great. They had a 14-1 CT half, but they did lose that bomb site with way too much frequency. So, 4 players, and most of them severely damaged on the G2 side of things. You're going to have Amanek towards the B bomb site. He's got 5 HP. He's just going to try and catch off any kind of rotation or flank. And also set up ground. It's going to be a B split. That's a great shot. Nitro goes down. There's still Nap, and there's still Stewie here. Liquid shouldn't be in too much trouble, but plenty of time for G2 to readjust on the map.
Yeah, they were going to be splitted. And then I think because they got spotted from the construction site, they're instead going to be falling back towards A, and Shox will take down Elise. Now they could be in trouble. Twist here has to come up with a pretty big defense on his own, and he's doing just exactly that. One more kill before he finally goes down. That actually buys his team a bit of a chance here.
That's super confusing. Twist had no idea where the next point of attack was going to come from. Never had information in terms of numbers. And now you have a tough position to be in. Naf and Stewie used all their nades earlier to stop that rush towards Banana. Lucky's in Graveyard. He's going to let Shox play contact. When does he pop up? When does his moment? Here's the footsteps. No one's looking this direction. Now he peeks. They lined up, but he goes down. They're both red HP. Shox can do this. Oh, what a spin! Shox, oh, so close! And Stewie's got it.
Man, that is... I mean, can't even get closer than that, can it? Both of them getting sprayed down from the graveyard. They probably should have both gone down. And instead, they end up barely with a win. That's kind of heartbreaking for G2.
That is a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Holy hell. Stewie, what an important reaction to get that kill. Even the follow-up with such low HP. Finds Shox trying to reposition.
Ooh. They weren't quite sure, were they?
2-0 in the favor of Team Liquid to start this 4th map of the series. You can see the map scores right underneath the round scores. 2-1 in the favor of Team Liquid in this best of 5. Final map would be Vertigo if G2 can get us there. Another bye. As you can see, the map scores right underneath the round scores. 2-1 in the favor of Team Liquid in this best of 5. Final map would be Vertigo if G2 can get us there. Another bye. Half bye with that plant. And the losing bonus building up, so plenty of cash flow for the next round.
Lige going to be catching Jax. Will get caught in return.
That smoke faded just a second before he really wanted it to. Third player rotating back towards the A-bomb site. Naf's got a very deep angle in Banana, but still a smoke there, but he doesn't have anything to really plug the choke point if he falls back into the bomb site. Just one flashbang, so Stewie would have to be very, very quick if Naf calls for support. Spots one, there's a flashbang, and yeah, he wanted to maybe go for a fight. Stewie hasn't budged. That is very bold.
Nafly maybe just feeling pretty confident. He used his flashbang that he had over there, and now they're trying to fall back a little bit.
This is what they did in the last room, and I think that's what's causing Stewie to have so much hesitation, was they just kind of peeled that defense just slowly apart, slowly kind of confusing them where they want to attack, but this stack here could be effective. Twist is going to be at the contact. Ooh.
Nicely done. Shox, and then Lucky with the follow-up in. These are the rounds for Liquid that should not really be posing as much trouble as we're seeing. G2 steal it away. amazing job. Shock's really hitting some kills.
I think a lot of it is going to come down Liquid. We've seen them a few times, even if you go back to like Overpass, even if you go back to Dust 2, of on the CT side especially, using a lot of utility really, really early on. They haven't always been very conservative with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the problems that Liquid's had in these 2 rounds is not having those nades and having to take those aggressive stances. That and obviously Shox in these last 2 rounds has hit some incredible shots with the Deagle.
Yeah, that will do a lot. That will really help out. Here we go. First round of the board on the 4th map for G2. But remember, it was 1 versus 1 in the round before. So a lot of money's been sunk into this for Team Liquid.
They're going to buy.
Weird.
They're going to buy, and they're going to have to be a little bit better with their nades. They want to use the smokes, as we know, to delay things as long as possible. This shot was disgusting.
Ooh. Is that Shock signaling we're in their head now? We've got him.
That or, yeah. It's the universal sign for like crazy, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Play crazy Counter-Strike. They won't know what hit him. Still, a little bit of a tentative start. Really hard to see who's going to come out on top right now. Smoking off the middle as they all group up on the G2 side, and they've left Stewie alone over at the B bomb side, so they're not afraid to let him play there solo for the minute. And he's got a smoke and a Molotov, so that might be fine.
He'll hold on to that as long as possible until he absolutely needs to use it. Obviously trusting the strongest weapon on the board for the defense to kind of hold that. Molotov just past the roof. Burning, but this is the stack that Liquid wants them to go into. SMG falls back. That's spotted. Great kill from Nitro. If they chase it down, Kenny's in trouble. Twist is just waiting and praying that they commit up mid. Stewie's still not budging from that B bomb site. Nitro's able to pick up an AK-47 as well, and he's got full health. This is getting much more dangerous than G2 wants it.
It absolutely is, and look at Lucky. He's got a smoke on a Molotov, but that's it. That's the grenades they have right now to actually make it into a bomb site. They are going to be grouping up in the hallways here, and on the other side waiting is going to be, well, Elige with a Deagle, I believe, and a bit of a crossfire maybe set up with Twist, and that's C-set 75. The entry is going to be flawless here, and it's anything but. Elige gets a kill, and actually a double. Bomb drops down into the pit, and now everybody else is going to be showing up here. Lucky goes down, and it's on Shox. Back and forth we go. 10 seconds left, and now, well, even with the knife out, he can't get the bomb and get back in time. It is not going to be possible here. And he gets shot down by Stewie. What a strange beginning to a map.
Oh, that one hurts for G2. They thought they had it now. Because they were able to win a round of force buy of their own, they have plenty of cash. They're going to invest here. So much money. They get plenty of AK-47s on the board. They even have an AWP on Kenny S very, very quickly in round 5. And Liquid might not expect that. Interesting to see if how they'll approach this round, but great job from Elige. That Deagle, the first kill, the follow-up as he falls into the pit, that's beautiful. And Twist, we know he's good with the CZ. Delivers right at the end as well.
Despite losing that round, they still have the AWP on Kenny. A lot of emotional, resource being used here early on. You have to imagine, right? For G2.
I mean, not even emotional resources. Look at Naf and Stewie. One smoke, one flashbang at the minute and 30-second mark. We just touched on that.
Yeah, so that might be the really big victory for G2 if they can roll that into a win. Crouching in, and he did get shot in the face, but Naf still going down. Now Stewie, that's a lot of bullets. If they catch you reloading, you're not going to make it.
Great pick from Kenny S. I don't think Naf takes that later in the half when he realizes that the op can be in play. G2 being very slow and quiet on this attack so far in this half. Really not letting Team Liquid know anything that's happening on the map.
No, this is such a strange way to watch Inferno. I mean, it's not that people are not sneaking back and forth between A and B. It's that there's no noise, there's almost no grenades being thrown either from this G2 side until they're really ready to go for it. There's one down the pit. Twist going to try and put it out almost immediately. It actually does do a little bit of damage to him, but he's going to get the kill on Lucky. Oh, it's still back there. So he takes a bit more. Don't know what happened to the smoke or why it didn't put it out, but now they're waiting for him, and he's going to catch one more. Solid defense as he takes down Jackson. Amanek will fall next, and now there's 8 seconds left in Shocks. He's just trying to fight his way back in. Kenny will pick up a kill, but again, they will run out of time, and Liquid, this time with 3 rifles, living through the round.
Yeah, finally you get a little bit of a reprieve, although Kenny S still has that AWP. The question is, what can G2 bring around it? It did find you an opening pick at the cost of most of his health, and you could see from Halls he couldn't be involved in any of that action. He was holding the rotation towards small pit, but he needed the riflers to do the work into the site. But Twist is one of those players in our scene that is just so good at playing pit. There's a couple names that stick out, Magisk on Astralis obviously being one of them. Twist is up there as well.
Yeah, I mean, what a luxury it is when you've got a pit player that can do his job well. Deagle trying for it again. I was gonna say a second one would have been outrageous. Can we just get this game back to normality again, you know?
No, let's get it crazy.
Okay.
That's what Shocks was signifying.
Yeah, that's right. He was thinking about that.
I wonder if Nitro might have heard that smoke tag Kenny S. You imagine he did. Either way, forces him back. They'd love to find an opening for that AWP to get into some kind of a position. We've seen Kenny S has been very willing in this series to get aggressive with that AWP. We've seen him try and clear and cross long on outside on Nuke with no smokes, no flashes, just ready for a duel. He's going to need some element of that here.
4-on-4, and just wants to set up that one AWP shot. Smoke going to make it very hard to see what's going on down there. Under a minute, a bit of an engagement. Good defensive Molotov for Elige. No reason really to give them any kind of a chance. And now Molotov to the bottom of Banana. That's going to make it hard to make this way through. Looks like they want to try and see if they could find the opening. Probably Kenny. I mean, yeah, they have to try and make him do something here.
Well, they're going to try and make this a fake. Kenny, I mean, they've given him this entire round to find a pick with that AWP, and Liquid haven't given him much. He wanted to go back to B and maybe pick off Stewie at car, maybe jumping over that wall and come back towards A. Now they're out in the open. Great shot from Shocks. Twist is going to get wrapped upon. He knows it. He can't respond fast enough. G2. They've somehow done it again. I don't know if Stewie and Elige have any business being on this side of the map at the moment.
I would say definitely not.
You know Kenny has that AWP still.
How much time was left when Shocks got that kill with the Deagle? Like 16 seconds? Why are they out there in the middle of nowhere? Liquid. I'm so confused.
It goes back to the style that G2's playing with. There's just no information whatsoever for Liquid. They have no idea what's going on the map, and that makes them feel very uncomfortable. And then at that point, they're saying, okay, there's no presence at A whatsoever. So likely they're going B. Let's go find the information, and when we see that it's empty, we'll have a fast flank. This is twice now, though, that G2 has caught them at these really awkward, aggressive moments, like the perfect position to where they don't want to take the fight.
And just to point it out again, that was Shoxy with a Deagle one more time.
Why not?
It's just connecting with them. It's so good.
6 kills for Shocks, 7 for Lucky, and 3 for Kenny S.
Oh my god. Twist even saw it coming, but there's nothing that he could have done. I don't know. I was definitely expecting the Liquid would have a better start on this map. I mean, it's not that they're doing badly, but this game is weird. Weird beginning.
It has started out in a very strange sequence, and I think that's why we're maybe getting a timeout from G2 early. I mean, they know...
Here's my complaint.
Yeah.
I don't mind if you're going to go and look for information because you don't know what's going on. I just think when you're that close to the round running out, that's scary. That's really scary, right?
Well, I think that's the conversation that maybe NAF was saying it, or they've probably had during this timeout, is just like, okay, if we don't know what's going on, like, still let them, like, stop pushing up. Let's just let them make the move. Let's play things more passively that late in the round.
Yeah, because at 16 seconds, one mistake cost them the round, right? Guy with the bomb goes down to the wrong spot, and it's over. Elige, that's an incredible angle. Kenny getting run down, and Nitro just wants to back on out, but Jax won't let him. Twist over at the arch, and even again with very limited utility and weapons, Liquid making it competitive here. There's no predicting these rounds any longer. It's all mad all the way at the moment. Twist hiding inside of the smoke with the CC. He's going to get found. Jax thorough at clearing that out. And now Stewie and Naf going to show up.
That shrinks the amount of the bomb site that Shox is able to use, so they know one's in pit. They know one's in the site. They know exactly where both players are as Liquid try and make this retake happen. Molotov is going to force Jax away. They want this fight, and they've got it. Stewie finds the kill. Shox not able to get involved just yet. There's the wide swing, and there's the trade from Naf. A 5th round for Liquid, and we're still going back and forth.
I don't even know what to say. Normally, this is not how things work out. The other maps were nothing as crazy as this. But the way that it's playing out, you have to think that all it really takes is for one team to really get crushed and their economy is going to be odd for a long time. Liquid 5-2, I don't know. This could go any way at all.
The problem for Liquid stems from, obviously, as we all know, the CT side is much harder in terms of managing your economy, especially when you keep taking these back and forth losses. But also, G2 winning a force buy of their own and salvaging so many weapons, we're able to make so much money off that they're still able to buy. That's a great double nade. But, I mean, even after that loss, 3 AK-47s, you have an AWP on Kenny S. Like, you still have very strong buys, and you still have 2,000 and 2,300 behind Jackson Shox. So, Liquid nowhere close to being out of the woods just yet.
No, they really need to stabilize this game if they want to close out the grand finals right here. And, oh, that's good timing. Smoke down in front, a couple of bullets to follow him through. That means both Jax and Amanek low on health. And looks like they might be setting up for more of a standard kind of a B push here if they keep this up. They've been out of control for a long time now.
And even Nitro cheated over towards the CT spawn arches. This is G2 now, going silent once again. And Kenny's just hoping for an information peek, some kind of shoulder peek from Stewie.
But these two B players don't have any grenades. I mean, they have one flashbang on Stewie, that's it. No smokes, no molotovs or anything. And there comes the fake over at A, just trying to keep that Arch player around a little bit longer. They might actually run into each other, Arch, but look at this. Kenny sneaking his way through already, scoped up. There's the smoke for the cross, and Stewie, yeah, he can't really do anything. He just has to flash in and hope. Naf gonna peek behind the flashbang. They are right in front of him there at yellow. It's gonna be Elise to pick up a kill. They jump up. Naf will take down one. Stewie's fallen in the meantime, and they are gonna get the bomb site anyway. 10 seconds, and the bomb plant will happen.
Such late hits. Oh, perfect flashbang, but Kenny S responds. Hiding the whole time, he peeks it up perfect time. And there's Jax as well, waiting for it. And once again, Liquid is going to get swept aside on this defensive half. Twist, I think, might want to stick around. He does have a kit. He could get some craziness going. I think more than anything, he would like to take 1 or 2 guns away. There's just no money on the Liquid side, though. Everyone below $1,000.
Yeah, they've got him nicely boxed in. Shoxy, oh, the timing definitely not with him. And now they're just a little bit worried, but that is going to be the end of the fighting here. 2 surviving on G2. Twist barely surviving that bomb blast. It will be G2 to win the round 5-3, and the madness just continues.
Well, we'll see what Liquid decides to do here. This would be tough to... they are going to go for the buy. Not a whole lot they can scrounge up to surround Twist with, but that's Kenny S letting his teammates again. This is the best way, the most effective way to be an AWPer on the T side is you can obviously try and find picks and try and find some entries, but you can't really be involved in the actual attacks on the bomb site. You kind of have to hold an angle and just support your AK-47s. Support your rifles and SMGs as they move forward and make sure that no one can peek. Really neutralize the crossfires.
Liege, shotgun, and Amanek absolutely ready for it. That's very awkward indeed. Lucky. Yeah, the grenade will take him down. Auto shotgun there on Stewie. So, a bit of a trade.
This is an awesome start to this map because both of these teams are fighting with everything they can to keep control early on. And it's Liquid who've had their backs against the wall. They're the ones who have been fighting with the weaker weapons. The pistols, the shotguns have been brought out. Naf close up in lane. Nitro's rotating over. They have the right read, but it's Twist AK-47 that can save the day in pit. Nitro cannot get picked off here. There's the peek, a flick over. Just barely misses. They're going to Molotov him out. As Nitro moves to watch CT spawn. Twist now joining up in lane. In the bomb site.
Ooh, a little bit of damage. Twist, though, gonna have to do the majority of the work, maybe all of the work now, and he's gonna pick up Amanek turning around. It's not gonna be quick enough. Shocks will drop him. Double in the round right now for him. The bomb's gonna be going down, and we are at another 2-on-2. I can't even believe it. Kenny, he's got the right idea. Stewie's right there with the auto shotgun. It looks like Kenny's got everything that he wanted. And now that's gonna be Nitro. That could have probably should have been a kill. Flashbang up in the sky. And now he's not going to want to do it. Finally, somebody's backing down. And G2 going to be at a 4th round. This is so strange.
This has been a perfect start to the half for G2. Throw out everything about Team Liquid getting that 14-1 half on their CT side because G2 has put them in such an uncomfortable position with their money. It's going to take them another round or two to stabilize this. G2 is actually likely to tie this up at 5-5 before Liquid can fight back. And as an underdog, having complete money control in the map is so huge.
It absolutely is. I really thought that out of all the maps, maybe Inferno would have been the one where I would have been like, yeah, this is going to be a little bit more mainstream. It's absolutely wrong.
Yeah, very wrong. But it's a good wrong.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's a very cool nade from Nitro. He's got an AK-47 and 1 smoke. Everyone from Liquid at about $1,900, $2,000.
Listen, I'm not at all opposed to the craziness. I kind of like it, but...
Oh, this is very cool. But G2 know the money situation is so desperate, so dire for Team Liquid that something crazy like a mid-push. Oh, just as he looks away, but he snaps back. Kenny S is picked off down at mid. Didn't expect anything, and there's no chance for a rebuttal. Jack's not in position to pounce out of Boiler.
1 AK-47. Roaming the map. I like the fact that they're repositioning it. They kind of have to do that. Down in the pit instead. Just keep them guessing. And if they go for B, there's a stack that could do a lot here. CC.
2 USPs.
Yeah. Yeah, USPs not so much, but...
Oh, Amanek and Jax getting to the end of halls. They're going to come out, and there goes Twist. Nitro out in the open. He's got to find more, and he does. Great spray control. He's holding on to this A bomb site with everything he's got. I don't know how he's managed to do it. He has 3 kills. He can find an ace in this. Meanwhile, Stewie and Naf on the flank, but Nitro must hold on longer.
Stopping right at the edge. Lucky is going to be going down. He was waiting and got flanked. Now the bomb plant. Shocks to try and hold on to this at a 1 versus 3. He's got the weapon for it. Molotov to block off one side, and he wants to go aggressive. He's going to go and try and find them, and I think that makes a lot of sense instead of waiting for them to come, but they're going to be having the perfect timing against him. I think he really, really wanted to make that a 1 versus 2 before he tried to fight it, and we're back again.
How did Nitro win this round for Liquid? That is so awesome. That boost up and falling back. Those fights he takes, those 2 kills he gets towards Palace, it's like you have to kill those, get those or you die. There's nowhere for you to go. There's no cover to go into. You're caught in the open. Your teammate has just gone down. Absolutely insane. Liquid just barely keeping this lead.
I don't know what to make of this. It's so interesting. Nitro, 0 round out of him. The boost, that's a clever way to get started, but then they just keep rolling it, or he keeps rolling it. 6-4, ladies and gentlemen. Moving into round number 11, we've got Deagles and... Actually, no Deagle. We've got pistols, CCs, and a single Deagle there on Shocks, and some grenades. I'm glad Shocks has the Deagle. I feel like...
He's been amazing with it. Keep going back to it. It's been working. It's found so many entries. It's found so many critical kills.
Slides into position with it and just takes somebody out. He's going to be setting up a couple of flashbangs, see if he can maybe get the right one in. Lucky's down. Grenade, and Jax with the follow-up. And now they're on the bomb site. Nitro, he can't stay alive. How is it working so well?
A really cool adjustment from G2. This time, instead of a Molotov, they throw multiple nades at Twist. He put the smoke down, but that doesn't block the HE damage. Stewie's close up in lane, and that might be the winning recipe if they don't expect it this quick, but he's got to take a risk, and that's a big risk to be taking. Not clearing pit. There's a kill for Stewie. Can't respond in time, and the ult inside the bomb site handles Naf. A nice attempt, but another incredible response, and still back and forth.
This seems outrageous. even when they have the positions, even when they're sort of set up for it. Maybe the only one that wasn't there was Nitro, I guess. In the back.
3 nades.
Yeah. Get out.
Well, didn't think about that one. 3 Augs, Stewie, Nitro, and Elige. 2 CZs, and Stewie's close up in Banana, but he's going to be Molotov. He has to put the smoke down, and how do you get out of this scenario? How do you get out of here? Utility being dumped in, a nice dink onto Shocks, but I feel like they don't really want to let Stewie go. That's so much utility used, again, by the defense. This early pressure that G2's able to provide is making the late round so difficult for Liquid.
Some very, very funky Counter-Strike that we're being treated to early on here on the 4th map. All the utility, except for a couple of flashbangs there going on Liquid, whereas G2 still have a lot to work with. And so far, they have actually played these rounds really good when it comes to stalling them out, figuring out what's going on, coming up with good executes.
Well, and remember, at these points in the rounds, like when it's quiet like this, Liquid obviously, we know they want to go find information because they were doing it so much at the start of this half. But because they've gotten punished doing that so many times, they're just kind of frozen in place at this point. Everyone has to play passive. No one has any ideas what's going on the map. Nitro's just rotated over to B, so at this point, they've stacked the B bomb site and Twist and Elige in a 2 versus 5.
Yeah, Org and a CC, a couple of flashbangs. It shouldn't really be possible, and Amanek actually just pushing Twist out of the way with that Mac 10. And that's going to be the bomb site, and I think save these 2 Orgs. Yeah. I think that makes the most sense.
You have to. This is going to be a really, really tough half for Team Liquid. It already has been. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It's going to be tied up 6-6. There's still no money on the CT side.
Yeah.
You would have imagined at some point the heroics. Twist with a triple kill. Twist with that phenomenal round in pit. Nitro with a 3K as the only AK-47. You've won like 3-4 spies if you're Team Liquid. You'd think any one of those things could have spurred you on to like gaining the momentum and finally stabilizing. And then just continue with the half, but G2's responded every single time.
It's really been very interesting. 6-6. They've managed to tie it up. I mean, we've got to frame this a little bit too. There's so much on the line right now. Liquid, if they can end up winning this Grand Finals, then that puts them 1 step away from taking the Intel Grand Slam. And they have a lot of options to do it with. So that would be certainly interesting. If they get denied here, that's going to be really frustrating all on its own. But the fact that they won the first 2 maps and, you know,
yes.
I mean, slated and scheduled to win the 3rd one, no problem, then if it goes to, and then the 5th map, the deciding map is Vertigo. So you have,
I don't know, I don't think Elige is going to have a problem with that as the 5th map.
No, I mean, Liquid are playing it well enough, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of how unpredictable that will be, ooh, there's a lot going on right now. I can't believe what we're seeing.
It's hard to even know what Liquid does to get out of this because they haven't even had a round to fight with like full utility, full weaponry. It's maybe ever. So long in this half, it's been G2 with such a massive advantage in their buys, and I think maybe that timeout is Liquid saying, you know what, let's not buy anything else.
Yeah, let's try and get this game reset a bit. Although Stewie somehow finding a kill with the CCs, and I don't know.
It's a pop flash from Naf. That was beautiful. Very efficient. You get a big result with very little, and now they have to go back, and Nitro is in the pit. He does have a smoke. They did nade this last time. There's the pop flash. There's the jump out, the peek. That's the bomb, and it's up on the balcony. Kenny's still up there. Oh, the Zeus! Twist comes out of nowhere. He shocks Jax.
Oh, God, my mind can't handle this any longer. Now it's Shocks and Kenny, 2-on-3. Somebody just got Zeus to the middle of the Grand Finals. It's, yeah, Molotov, I mean, that doesn't do anything. There's no one there to pick him up, and I think the smoke covered it as well. 50 seconds on the clock. The bomb is still up there. Someone's going to have to go pick it up eventually. And Stewie's already got the 1 kill, low on health, close range there, so easy kill for Shocks. Still not clear that it's going to be good enough. Kenny hoping for a chance, just needs 1 little jump there. You know how quick he could be. Now, going back to check his nav, he's not sure if they actually... Maybe they don't see the bomb up there. They probably don't.
I think they probably think that someone picked it up at some point. Shox is rotating around 20 seconds. Oh, what a shot! Nitro is one tap to hell, and another one! The follow-up! Shox provides the opening each and every time. He did it with Deagles before, and now the AK is online. 6-6, the bomb being planted in Naf has to have absolutely no idea what just happened.
I have no idea what just happened. I'm just confused all around. Naf going to be picking up the kill there, and it's another 1 versus 1. Kenny with the AWP. He hears him running down to the low ground. He picks him up, and somehow G2 turn it around. And look at Kenny. He is on his feet, getting the crowd hyped up. G2 with 7 rounds in the first half already. That might have been just lightning coming out of the sky.
That's so crazy. All this was wild. I am astounded that Shox hit these shots so quickly. This is some old school stuff from Shox. Nitro, poor Nitro, no chance to respond. He didn't even need the second shot. Twist was already dead before it came out. And Shox wins another one for his team.
I mean, 7-6. Round number 14 coming up. I think this is the first round that looks like a normal round on the weaponry, more or less. It took 13 rounds before we got there.
No kits on the Liquid side of things. No Molotovs. They're going to run out of those smokes very, very fast. Liquid had everything you could have hoped for in that round.
Well, this is amazing. We'll see if we can continue it a little bit further here. Common setup for Liquid in this round.
That must have been some weird... Naf must have just been confused. Bomb was dropped up top. The fact that he went to check the B bomb site, either way.
They must not have seen it, or as you said, maybe they thought someone had already picked it up because of the time. The Liquid definitely are confused. You could tell that they're having a very hard time reading what G2 are bringing. Got to give a lot of credit here to the French side for being able to outcall them at the moment. They're definitely doing that. Lucky flanking around and all the way in Arch. Nitro with some pretty amazing spray, and then Stewie showing up right through the Arch to pick up a big double, including the bomb. And that should be the round, but I'm not going to call anything at this point. Amanek going to be taking down Twist in the pit now. Kenny sneaking in, and he nearly gets the kill. Going to be peeking it one more time. He misses the chance, and it's on Amanek. 1 versus 3. And surely Stewie has done enough with that triple. Amanek crouching through. There is a kill, and he's got a lot of time. He'd have to get the quad kill to try and clutch this one.
He can do it. The timing is everything. Nitro can't really peek a whole lot with low HP. He does not want to leave Stewie in a 1 versus 1, and this is a pretty cool play from Amanek. Going in through holes, so we can come out Boiler, a different angle towards top mid, and Nitro and Stewie are now going to investigate. I think that the theory has got to be, with this much time on the clock, if Amanek is taking this much time to find the bomb, then he'll have to plant at the A bomb site, so why not just get position?
Stewie's there. He's got the angle for it, and that's going to be the quad kill for Stewie. Nicely read. Well done. Liquid picking up another round. Was close, but 7-7. We are all tied up.
Still, you can see some issues. This is communication breakdown for Team Liquid. G2 has really put them under so much pressure. Alish goes down for free. The information never came that they were rapping, that they were going fast, that they had smokes up. Maybe lulled into a sense that there wasn't going to be an attack because G2 has played this so slow for so long. But the fact that no one knows it's happening is got to be a worrying sign to some degree.
In spite of winning the round, Liquid not having the best weapons, although that 1-2 setup up here at the apartments is pretty well known, and it does tend to work out pretty well. Elige, max 7, and Kenny caught running with the... Oh, why is he running that way alone?
I have to imagine that would piss Elige off. He's just like, why is he doing this? Why do they have so much confidence against us? Kenny trying to gain a lot of ground for free. Stopped in his tracks. Listen, if Liquid can get out of this half with an 8-7 advantage, that's incredible considering what they've been through.
Sure, I agree. What if they can't win this 5 versus 3 though?
Well, it's only a 3 versus 2 at the B bomb site. G2 is going to be really sad. They're waiting out this smoke. But that's nothing new to Team Liquid. That tells them nothing because this has happened. They've been quiet on the map till under 20 seconds multiple times in this half. The problem is once the nades start being thrown out, Stewie's still got a Molotov, and that's going to be the sad part.
Yeah, that's a big problem, especially because over at Arch, Elige is sort of looking in and saying, well, there's nobody middle, so they're definitely going to be showing up here. 5 versus 3. The backup is there as well. Stewie, a little bit of damage as he flashes way through for Naf to take the peak, and Naf will do that with great precision, taking down Lucky. And now time is running out. They're running out of players as well. Shock's doing his best long range, but only 10 seconds, and he can't really make that cross. So 8-7 at the end in favor of Team Liquid in what has got to be one of the strangest halves I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, but I mean, props to Team Liquid for coming out with a 1-round lead. G2, that is an incredible T-half. That was called exquisitely. Shocks is on point. We've got a second half coming up after the break.
That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes all close their eyes and fantasize. Young Divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. That's okay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is 8-7 in favor of Team Liquid, but I mean, I don't know what that first half was. We're going to see how the second half unfolds here on Inferno. If G2 can win it, then we would go to Vertigo to close out this grand finals, a best of 5. And right now, the French, I don't know where they found the resources, the energy, the power to play this, but they seem to be a very strong team at the moment.
And this was supposed to be not easy, but it was supposed to be relatively quick for Team Liquid to be able to close out this final. Maybe a one-map snag here, but now this is just turned into a long, grueling affair, and they still have to overcome G2 on this T side of Inferno. We'll see if G2's defense is up to the task, because their offense was beautiful.
pistol round right now would do wonders for G2. Liquid, maybe that break could put them back in the right frame of mind and remember how all of this is done. Lucky, already tagged up Elige, hungry, but that could be a mistake there right in front. If he oversteps this line, the CC, he still gets the kill. He's fighting them alone, and he almost took down 2. That is a ridiculous shot, though. Shox falling back into the bomb site. Do they really want to chase him? He seems to be in a position. Oh! He's taking him down! Oh my god, the defense! He hasn't even reloaded yet. He just wants more. Another headshot, and now he's running out finally, but he just crushed that entire offense, and now it's another 2-on-2.
It took so much from Liquid to take Shox out. So many deaths, and Stewie, as the smoke fades, he was trying to find a clean spot for the post plant. Couldn't get it. Twist, not even aware. Taken down by Jax. The one taps are back.
We're barely recovering. We're barely adjusting to the fact that Kenny looks like a player that is actually back. If Shox returns in the late stage of a grand final, if that is happening, Liquid will... I don't know how you recover from that. You would be asking yourself months from now, why now?
Yeah, you're
like
saying,
he's been gone for years.
I know,
why
us?
now?
Well, I feel like Liquid has got to be thinking that a number of times in some of the grand finals that they've lost, but still, plenty of time for them to recover. And if we know anything from the first half, they are so resilient. Yeah, he can't believe it.
I know that feeling, Naf. Exactly.
All right, Stewie's got an AK-47, but they're pushing up. They're pushing up, and Stewie's got 1. He can't take the follow-up fight, but that's an important trade to get. Down into a 4-on-4.
I think Naf just sort of managed to act out the first half in body language. Like, what?
He's playing charades.
Exactly. Yeah. If anyone guessed first half of the 4th map in the ESL Pro League Finals, that's it. That was what he was doing.
Well, Twist is still waiting in alt mid. Liquid has been very hesitant to cross this path. There's been a lot of aggression down here from G2.
Ooh, Lucky. Those jumps are dangerous.
He's got so much utility though. He's got flash, smoke, and Molotov, and that's great damage through the through the panel.
Yeah, but I was gonna say the utility doesn't help him if he's been shot in the face.
Well, he puts the smoke down. He gets away.
Jumping against the AK or even the Galil, that could be dangerous. Now they're going to be setting up for more of a common execute out here. They have the smokes, the Molotovs as well. Could actually be Molotoving Lucky's position out. Although they have to guess at about 1 of 3. And over on the other side, Twist is just playing in the middle, but is he going to get peeked? They can hear him running back. Amanek, that's a lot of info, so much info to work off actually for Amanek.
Oh yeah, he's pushing down mid now.
Wow.
We saw this on Dust 2. They'll take these risks. They'll go for the flanks under 22nd, and Amanek has called it perfectly. Stewie can't get away. He goes down at long range, but they have to move forward. No time to go back towards A. This must be a convincing take against Lucky, but they haven't seen him. They're blind. He's hiding. He's biding his time. Good kill from Twist, but Shock stops the bomb, and the round's over. No matter who gets the kills, there will be no victory for Liquid. Twist trying to survive at the end. He's got 1 and a follow-up. That's good economic damage, but they're still not going to be pleased with it. What a flank. What a timely flank from Amanek.
They just must be feeling so confused right now. It's amazing. So he hears the grenades falling over into the A-bomb site. He's in boiler room, and he hears the fallback of that last player, Stewie, running. And those steps is what Amanek thought, all right, I'm going to go check middle. He sees nobody. He makes the call to go flank immediately. Nicely done. Kenny with a jump just to spot out what's going on. They are in the lead. 9-8. We just need 7 rounds here, and they'd be making it to map number 5.
They need this to be a clean round, though. They need this to build them some money, because they're not going to want to upgrade those SMGs, because Lucky only has 200, Jax only has 650. Deep nade comes out. Actually, it falls a little short.
Yeah, not sure about that. Although, ending up at this A-bomb site does not look like it's going to be a fun time at all. Crossfire here in the middle, already been tested a little bit. Kenny actually going to be caught a little bit with a grenade. He will get the rifle back out again, and Amanek was there to help him out. So, in the end, as you said, a clean round needed, and they're going to deliver Moses 10-8.
Here come the Krieg on Naf and Elige. Stewie, Nitro, and Twist with the AK-47s. No AWP on this T side, 8-10. Liquid must show us everything they've got on offensive Inferno. Those two SMGs still in play as G2 is desperate for money. They would love a free upgrade at this point.
Remember the odds again, 11-1?
I believe that was at the start, yes.
Round number 19.
Oh, look at this push. 3 players pushing at Halls. This could be so crazy. Twist is going to be watching for it. They're not going to commit all the way. Kenny might be able to pick one out of the sky. Nitro is going to be aware of the possibility. That should actually put Twist on notice as well. I think this stack needs to fall back because Liquid is going to be very, very aware when they start moving into Halls, if at all. Oh, great shot from Stewie. Big entry. They don't realize this, but the B bomb site is wide open. There's 4 players over at A. There's no reason for Liquid to know that. There's no reason for Liquid to think that's the possibility. But if Stewie gets curious...
They still had those 2 up in apartments, so that might have been one reason why they weren't really going to try and run for it. Yeah, from our point of view, you're absolutely right. It looks like, go take B, but they can't know that. But the over-rotation from G2 might actually help out anyway, unless Shox in the corner. He's at that arch, he's got the M4, and that's pretty much all he has.
He's the X factor, isn't he, with the way he's playing at the moment?
Well, we're going to find out right now. It's 38 seconds. He's walked back onto the bomb site. It is all on him right now. There's nobody nearby. It's him or nothing, and he's going to get shot down. They were already out, and they were already flanking or sort of swinging out wide in that angle. So they're going to be saving the rest of the rifles. That's not so bad. I don't know if Jax could pick up anything else.
No,
what did Lucky have?
He had an SMG. He was the other SMG player. Shox obviously going down at the A-bomb site. So Jax is going to be on the SMG. Might pass that over to someone and be able to upgrade himself. Either way, 9th round for Liquid as they somehow stick in this game.
What is Stewie on right now in terms of score?
19-9 for Stewie, 17-13 for Twist. Shox has 20-14.
Well, so Stewie slingshot himself right back in the grand finals from that nuke map. He was tired of that.
Yeah, he was pretty quiet. He doesn't enjoy Ramp Room, does he? Well, he probably does, but, didn't have a fun time.
Bomb goes up. Liquid surviving with every single member. Just nicely done. The entry, and then forcing the rotation over on that side. 10-9. Moving into round number 20. Yeah, so it's hard for Shox to know anything about this. If he'd heard them, I think beforehand, maybe he could have got in some sort of position, but...
You can't be too upset about that one. G2 had kind of dedicated themselves to that 3-man stack at the B bomb site, and that's the whole plan. So, it's really not a whole lot Shox could do. Stewie's going to be at the base of Banana, listening to all the utility fly out from the G2 side of things. A smoke halfway up Banana.
Oh, they're going to flash their way in the middle, aren't they? Yep. Pop flash, running right through. Nobody there to be caught, but that could be very dangerous. If you're sort of casually holding on the other side, not sure if there's going to be anyone coming through that smoke, and suddenly it's 4 people, that might end badly. Kenny, close here with the AWP. I'd say that's a bit scary alone, but he's going to be fine, it seems. That's 1 smoke left now on G2.
Yeah, they've used a lot. A lot on that Banana take early on. They still have HE grenades, but they're being so mobile. This defense is shifting at all times. They're, again, 3-man stack at the B bomb site, but this time they're wrong. So last round was faith in Shox. This round is faith in Kenny S and the AWP. And why not? If he can get that first pick and fall back into the site, I think the real checkmate factor is if Liquid just decided to walk rep, because there's absolutely no one looking at this.
Yeah, there is no falling back into sight if you actually lose this part of the map. Now the smoke's going to give it away. Stewie, he's running. He knows the timing as well, and Kenny nearly turned it around with that shot. Now down to the pit, Amanek going to be almost getting a double. It's not quite happening. 1 health left on Stewie.
And save again.
Yeah.
G2 doing everything they can to save as much economy as possible. Another 3-man stack towards B. And the tough part for that, even in victory, Liquid's going to start thinking, if you're Nitro as the in-game leader calling this T side, this is now 2 rounds that you've seen 3-man stack over at the B bomb site. There's not really a tendency that you can notice there, because if they're willing to do that,
Yeah. Man, Stewie, out of nowhere. the fact that, as you said, they walk so far into Arch that by the time they throw those smokes, you see Kenny's like, oh, wait, what? And then, you know, they're behind him already. It's just so quick. It's something that people don't always think about, but obviously we all know those setups that we've seen in the videos and on Reddit and all the rest of it, where you learn all the smokes and how to, you know, align them against the sky and all the rest of it. You do it like that, you are also most of the time signaling what's going to happen, right? And at this level, you don't need many smokes to figure out what kind of execute's coming next. But when there's no delay, like there's almost no input, the smoke is there and it's happening.
Well, and if you're Kenny as well, even if you turn in the site and just play behind that middle box, like your teammate, you know, in pit can't cover all of lane. You're still going to get, if there's one player coming and you don't know the numbers of who's pinching from where, how aggressively. So
yeah, and you can't necessarily help him out if he's the one getting shot at now.
Tough scenario to work with for G2. But the nice thing is, because of these stacks, they're preserving their money. So, I mean, despite the fact that Team Liquid's winning multiple rounds in a row, they're not having an easy time. Every single round they're facing off against the rifles, against, you know, a decent amount of utility. I think they finally might have taken the AWP away from G2.
Yeah, they did do that. That was not going to be rescued. I can't believe Stewie as well on 1 health. I don't know if Amanek could have done more if it had a Krieg or an AK down there, if the headshot would have been the kill, but part of me wants to find out. Again, this whole map has been out of control. Now, 21st round, and yeah, as you said, the stack will at least allow them to save some rifles, but they need to get some kills with them. Lee's taking a bit of damage here.
Saving on the other two players as well. Oh, Lucky burns a little bit. He wants to get close up for the pop flash. Oh, he's got Elige. He's got Elige immediately. Not even a chance. Snap. Oh, what a grab out of the sky. I cannot believe he hit that, but everyone's pulling out all the stops at this point.
It is really wild, isn't it? This is the kind of Counter-Strike you get when you've got so much talent in a server. It just keeps happening now. Ticking past the minute mark as Lucky's been traded for Elige. The weapons obviously still in favor of Liquid. They should have a pretty good chance of doing this one. And they're going back to that bomb site. Crossfire has been set up here, but one of them has been blocked out by the smoke, and Jax is still able to pick up a headshot, and he wants to get back so he can help out a little bit inside of the bomb site. Amanek is holding it over here. It shocks. AK in hand.
He's got an AK.
Yeah, this could be a really big moment. Grenades flying over the wall. He's alone. There's not going to be any backup. He sets it up for one, but what a quick return. Twist doing it beautifully there and up at the high ground. Naf getting ready for it. That's a great read.
Almanac's going to go for this. 1 versus 2. He doesn't have a kit or armor, but they saved on Almanac and I believe it was Kenny, just so for this next round, they could buy no matter what happens, so no reason for him not to risk this and go for it. Naf tags him up, and now with 9 HP, you might just want to give it up. There's no chance. I don't mind the idea. Just investigate what you've got and see what you can get. But Liquid grabbed the lead.
Yes, they do. I mean, think about it from Liquid. They did at least have the halftime. Okay. Back for the chicken, I guess. They did have the halftime to mentally reset a little bit, Liquid. But if you think about the kind of turbulence they were through in that first half, it's kind of well done that they are actually now seem to solidify in their game a little bit. Naf definitely had enough of this.
He just barely caught him.
I do like the fact that Lucky's also looking at him in the meantime. It's like he's just saying, see you later. No.
It's that scene from Enemy at the Gates.
That is it. Yeah. Good film.
11-10. Liquid have withstood all of G2's best hits. How much more can G2 bring out and challenge? Deep smoke, deep Molotov. Front one fades. Alicia's gotten close. Oh, I don't know how he got that. He's so blind. He is so incredibly blind. He's going to go back for more, and he's going to get it. What a beast.
Yeah, but think about the information now. They know 3 people were at that B bomb site. For Liquid, that's a lot to work with. And that seems to have been the trend a lot. They really, really are worried about losing that banana control early on in the rounds. And that's costing them a lot right now, trying to fight for that. 10-11. Smokes, still 2 of them, 2 Molotovs there on Liquid. And now they're gambling G2 this time on the other side. Are they finally going to get it right?
It looks like it.
Maybe.
I mean, they're not going to budge off of this.
But look at Neff is still holding banana, and for like 10 seconds straight, he's been saying nothing's here.
Yeah, but that's not unlikely with 45 seconds left in the round, especially when you get 2 kills at banana. That last player, because you would only want to dedicate one person, they're just with utility, and that's the gamble that G2 is taking. They're just saying, you're not going to call this bluff. You know we've been stacking bomb sites. Do we have it right this time? Almanac waiting, and Lucky's going to join up with them, but Liquid is just far too patient and far too good. There is one more player. Look, they assume he's B. Very nonchalantly strolling into the site, and Elige is going to get the final, Twist is going to get the final headshot. 12-10 now. And G2, they had a masterclass on the T side. I think it's about time for a timeout before the next buy and discuss what you want to do here.
I absolutely agree, yeah. And one of the huge differences that we're seeing right now for Liquid, especially in the second half now, some of the shots they're hitting with the AKs are just so good. It doesn't even feel like there is a chance for any reply. They just do it immediately. Stewie fired up, even shouting a little bit to those guys in the front, I think. Smokes. These rounds are fun, right? When you only have pistols and you buy 4 smokes like this, you're really hoping that you can save the last smoke up until the point where the T's waiting outside of a bomb site are basically saying, you know what, they're not going to have one more smoke, we'll wait it out. And then when there's like 20 seconds left, there is another smoke, and you actually force them to run through it. Okay.
You just shoot him through a wall.
Yeah, it's good.
That makes things easier.
It does. We should do that all the time.
Well, we'll see, because Team Liquid's been pretty slow pace outside of this, outside of Banana, and it's all about applying pressure without dying. And Elige has, interestingly enough, as much as we talk about Stewie and how much he likes entry and how much he likes to be the first man in, Elige has been a point man on this Banana.
G2, yeah, they're going to be hard pressed. This is the problem. When Team Liquid are playing like this, it's hard to save the smokes at all. But that's what you really want to do. And Jax still has his, and so does Shox, who's over at the B-bomb site. 40 seconds. Liquid look currently like they're going to be moving too fast for this strategy to work out, especially at the A-bomb site. If they go back B, that's the dream for G2. That smoke's going to be up just at Arch. Now again, look at Shox. If they get forced back B, it doesn't look like they will. It's still a cool gamble for G2, but I think they've been called. The bluff has been discovered here, and yeah, we'll see. Kenny looking for the headshot. Going to be picking up one, and now not connecting, and everybody pushing in from Liquid side.
They had their chance. They had everything they wanted. They stalled them out on Rap side. They stalled them out over at B bomb side with 1 smoke left, and
yeah,
even getting that first kill, but the AK is just being too powerful. I think that was Nitro coming out from balcony.
What a time it would have been if they'd fallen back to B after that Arch smoke.
Would have been a bit spicy. I think Shox wants to grab a kill, maybe salvage an AK-47, find something, anything. The AK Kenny will have told him is inside the bomb site, but perhaps one on the exit. Nitro's very low on health, and he's got to get far away from the blast. And Elige is going to make sure he does it safely. No chance for a defuse. Lucky going to run into pit and survive.
Oh, well.
Oh, and he's got the AK. Fair play. What a god.
Sam got a little bit of help, didn't he? So, 13-10, ladies and gentlemen. Liquid 3 rounds away from picking up this grand final.
Picking up this grand final. Picking up their 3rd notch for the Intel Grand Slam. And give them a chance to close out the Grand Slam at either Cologne coming up. Stewie just shaking his head. Cologne coming up or Chicago after that.
Can't really blame him for shaking his head. There's been a lot of crazy stuff happening here.
Shox has the AWP now over towards this B bomb site. Not in the hands of Kenny S. Shox is going to go hunting. It's timing is the game between him and Stewie at the moment.
Ooh. Now that is something. Jax there to pick up the kill on Elige. And somehow I think the gun barrel showing
it was his leg right off the right side. Stewie's going to press the issue. He thought it was the only one. He thought because the AWP was still pushed at car that it'd be the only defender. And that pretty much forces Liquid's hand. They have to go for this. Molotov going to slow things down, and actually Lucky's going to slow down even more. He wants to come through, and I don't think there's a chance Naf checks that. I think he's even blind from his own flashbang. That's the B site closed, so I guess back to A we go. There's a minute left to work with.
twist. That's another really crazy opening.
And that shot gave away the position of that third player of Jax.
Yep.
And that lets him know exactly what's happening. So this plant is going to go down. There's a chance here for Liquid, a 2-on-3.
There is, and even more so because they have a Molotov on Nitro. There are no smokes left on G2. This could be a horrible position. Oh, they're going to be putting it out a little bit early. I was wondering if they wanted to save that, but it actually does keep all three members stuck on that side. Double play, down in pit, a single flashbang now on Nitro and G2. They have to get this retake in. They need this round desperately right now, fighting to stay alive in this finals. Lucky setting it up in the pit. They're going to be barreling out of the balcony right down to court mid-air. Nitro with one, and now he's going to keep throwing with Kenny.
No kit.
Pick him up, no kit.
Oh, he picked it up in the way. I think he's just got it. I think it's going to be there. And Kenny does have it right at the edge.
He actually stepped on it, jumping down. That was it. 13-11.
They're not out of it just yet, though. Calls for celebration. G2 finally put a stop. 5 rounds in a row for Team Liquid for them to gain the lead. G2 falls to just one player alive. That's going to spend. They're going to have to spend all the money that they've got.
These rounds, even when it looks like they're done, even when it looks like that's it, yeah, Stewie not satisfied. Took the gamble, as you said, thought that was the lone forward player, which it often is with an EWP like that. But not the case. And now they've put Kenny on this side. Can he do enough? 1 kill. Lucky's already got a smoke in hand in case they rush. He's just ready to cancel out anything like that, and looks like they actually might all show up. Oh god.
They need to flash over.
Yep, they are. Ooh, Kenny. Now they're going to be crushing him. That smoke, they're not going to stop. They're going to keep running. No way they hold back from this one. Lucky on the other side with the Orc. He's back for a little bit more. Picking up a double. He needs the third one. And there it is again. Shutting down Stewie. He went back in through construction and was there just in time. That is, I would say that's a low percentage defense.
You got to give Kenny great shots, and obviously Lucky with the sequence, but you got to give props to Kenny falling back with the follow-up flashbangs that he throws in support of Lucky. That's what gets him those 3 kills. That is really, really nice teamwork, and more importantly, everyone survives. Now they can have some money. Now this gets real down the stretch. 12-13, and a timeout for Liquid.
He gets flashed off the angle. They put the smoke down, but everybody comes through it. So now it's just Lucky against the whole world. And 3 kills, obviously 2 of them from Kenny. And you're absolutely right, the flashbangs as well. Really helping to slow down Liquid just enough, but this is obscene. They're so excited, and why not?
What a great round from G2. Still, full buy for Team Liquid. AK-47s, Twist, and NAF, and Nitro. Plenty of money in reserves. Not out of it just yet. 2 more buys for G2 to burn through. Kenny S with the op. He's going to find Stewie. Was waiting. The cue of the flashbang was all he needed, and now towards mid we go.
Seems like a while that they were having a little bit of banter back and forth on Twitter, but, you know, emotions definitely going to be running high at this point in the game. 26th round. And all of the money nearly, well, I guess a couple of players there on Liquid have some, but look at Naf crouching so far, and this is so uncommon. Normally, you don't get to this part of the map without at least having to spend a lot of grenades, but Naf, he's right in front. That's a team flash instead, slowing him down. That actually tipped their hand. Now they're in trouble. And it's going to be a kill there on Jax finally, but Shocks with a double, make it a triple. What happened? They team flashed Naf. Then they all had to stop, and I think G2, they look confused. They're like, oh, wait.
Yeah, there's starting to be some miscues here for Team Liquid, which is a worrying sign. I don't know if Naf wanted that flash or if it just wasn't in the same position he was thinking of, but certainly it looked like he wanted to make a play at his own time, and he was kind of forced and then blinded. And that's all the time Shocks needed to get into position. And Kenny still getting out of the chair, still hyping everybody up. Here we go again. AK's on the board, but this is the last buy. G2 has had to burn through so much money. They've had to win so many gun rounds. All for this position. 13-13.
Oh, and the grenade into the corner. Stewie, he's been having a great map on Inferno, but right now he's really struggling. Although, actually, they don't quite check it. I think he was too flashed. Shox will get a return. That could have been horrendous. It's going to be a 4-on-4 anyway. Clearing out the apartments up there on the A side. Bomb still back towards the T spawn. And he's sneaking out. He's hoping for a jump. This is so aggressive. He's got a little bit of backup with him as well. He's going to go and check it all the way. Naf right there. And Kenny can't get the flick in time.
Well, they got to be careful they don't fall for the same trick again. Last time they had a pick on the B-bomb side on Opera, they thought it was clear. It was Stewie who ran in and fell. Shox is here.
They have one smoke and a flashbang here, Liquid. That's the problem, though. So
that's fine. I have to imagine this is going to end up...
Yeah, but if they... I don't know. If they push into B, it looks like they won't. But that might be an even more serious problem.
Well, 30 seconds, yeah. Jax and Amanek, double pit setup. Amanek might actually be up above on the balcony, which makes things even more dangerous.
Yeah, this is very bad.
2 smokes now.
There's a smoke on Amanek as well. Oh, headshot from Nitro. That's the entry they needed. Still 10 seconds. Amanek gets one, jumps down to the low ground. The bomb is going to be planted here. I don't think he can stop that. He needs to try and stay alive. Maybe get another kill. Shox is so far away right now. And Amanek flashing his way through. He's going to pick up a kill. And finally, he goes down. That is really something. Now, Shox has got a defuse kit, but even then, he does not have a lot of time. He has to sprint this. He has to get very close, take the fight. And they're both hiding in pit. This seems like it should be completely impossible. Liquid might have found a 14th round here. Jumping up on the K card. He's going to pick up the 1 kill now. Goes to look for it. Doesn't realize second player down in pit. He's going to tap the bomb, trying to force him out. And he's going to get shot down. Twist with a great AK kill. That's round number 14 for Liquid. They're almost there.
I don't think Naf wanted to peek that. I think he got caught unawares. Shock's almost able to make something out of that. That attempt from Amanek was so great. He did everything he could to buy time, find another kill, make it just a little bit easier for Shox to clutch, but they just cannot take a convincing lead over Liquid. Liquid keeps winning it right back, 14-13. The op on Kenny S, though, he's got no armor. This time it's a Hall stack.
I was about to say, oh yes, yeah, you can shoot people right through that. I would vacate that position pretty quickly. Now, orb no armor on some maps doesn't seem to be much of an issue. On Inferno, that can be bad. You can really get naded down.
This position is okay. There's the turn, there's the peek. Great shot. Kenny S is really starting to warm up. Look at Amanek again, another creative play. Pushes in towards Boiler. He wants to flank out Hall's twist. Is he going to be aware? He is. He's so aware. And that's the equalizing frag, but no smokes on Liquid.
A couple of Molotovs, you're right. But there's also nothing on G2. What they have here is Lucky with a flashbang. That's really not going to buy a lot of time. Got a little bit of backup Shox coming in now from the other side, but they want to rush it down. This time they feel like they've got the timing, and there's not going to be much of a crossfire. Lucky has to do it on his own. He picks up the one. Shox holding the angle, and he has to hold it, or they're going to lose the bomb side. Kenny showing up, and that's a flick, and the bomb being planted on the other side. And Kenny wants to lock him in. He wants to make sure he knows where one player is so that they can basically box in the other one. And Twist with a Molotov. Is Jax going to be able to come in on the other side? He's running up Banana, making a fair bit of noise, but not able to catch the kill yet. Twist going down, and so does Kenny. And now it's a one-on-one, and this one could be for the whole final. It's going to be Jax to pick it up. Oh, wow. It just never ends.
I think Elige wanted to catch him trying to clear out an angle. He decided not to play the bomb. That's right, decided not to try and burn down the timer. What an effort. Great shot from Jax. Those were some of the most uncomfortable post-plant positions you could have been in that scenario. Elige the whole time knows he's pinned down by an op, knows he can't move out of that position after the bomb plant. Twist as well.
Oh my, the money. That's with a bomb plant.
Well, they're buying now. What this really means is Liquid, no matter what happens in this round, they need a bomb plant if they want to have a powerful fight in the final round of Inferno. A bomb plant or a win. G2 money as well is not great. This round decides so much. It decides who has a major advantage going into round 30. You'll have map point for Liquid, championship point, and you'll have all the arsenal against opponents with pistols.
You're going to go the whole distance here in France. 29th round coming up. It could be Liquid to steal it away, or it could be a fifth map. Kenny trying to make sure it is. He's going to pick up that first kill, but they still put a little bit of pressure now. If they rotate back to Banana, there's going to be a CT player in Shocks with the UMP holding close, and I don't know. They have a couple of grenades. Maybe they could force him out.
Well, Stewie knows there was aggression down Banana, so if they do come back to B, if they do come back to Banana, that's surely going to be cleared out. The tough part is Kenny now rotating over towards B, but he's actually going to take a detour. He immediately turns around. Something was called back, or Shock says he's fine, whatever it might be.
Or if they all come out of apartments, they can't stop it. Amanek can't do very much with this FAMAS. If there's 3 people jumping down, Kenny seconds away from being in the right position. The FAMAS, he gets 1, looking back into middle. Kenny going to be there to save the day and shut down Nitro. That is a critical kill. And now Stewie, he's heard the running. He knows someone's coming here. Shock's not being very silent about it. Does get the headshot off, but Stewie's still going to win the fight. Now 30 seconds left. And Kenny, yeah, he's trying to shoulder peek it out, but there is another flank, and they might not be ready for it. They've already came through this part. They've already checked that they went on the fight here. I think Jax, he might save them one more time. There's going to be the kill. He's so ready for it, and that will be a 15th round on the board here for G2. They're so close to doing it. You couldn't make this up.
They didn't have enough nades across Kenny. He's been so on fire with that AWP in these past few rounds, and Liquid knows it. They did not want to test him just trying to jump across into the site. Shock started this map out, and Kenny S is doing his best to finish it. He is such a force on the map at the moment. And now Liquid, they don't get that plant, I mentioned it, because of that one Galil. And look at the pistols. Kenny, all the confidence in the world. That was close. That was a haircut.
Stewie, none of the fire spreads to him, but that was very close. He's fighting for overtime, and he's going to be picking up that kill on Lucky. That looked very clean for once.
That's your one rifle as well.
Yeah.
You dedicate your rifle to a battle like that, you better win it.
Well, if you're going to do it, Stewie is the man to put it on, right? Kenny at the corner. They've got more inside. Shocks and Kenny.
No, was that designed for front bomb site?
I'm not sure about that, no. I want to say I doubt that. They're setting up for more, but Kenny again pushing in aggressively. He's going to get the kill on Stewie, and they can't even really chase him down. Oh, here it comes.
Jax is here as well.
Yep, they're all setting up. They've got the perfect call. They know everything that's coming. I think they just might have done it. A bit of a missed shot, but they're trying to chase them down, and there's still a stack at the bomb side. Jax is there to pick up the kill. Have they done enough, G2? It's Shock's inside. We're going to get that fifth back. Twist, he's on 1 versus 2. He tries for the bomb plant. There's surely no way he could do it. They have got him boxed in right now. He's got nothing to work with except this rifle. He gets the headshot, turning it around, and no! He picks it up. It's overtime. It should be absolutely impossible.
That's so insane from Twist. I can't believe he wins that. He has to get aggressive. The risk of going through the smoke as well. No vision. You're gambling that whole time, and he just picks up an M4. G2, they did enough. They did everything. A 2-on-1. That's all you can ask for. And for Twist to pull this out of nowhere, what a thing of beauty. What a clutch.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it. They had the call. They stacked everything except for what, Amanek in that bomb site?
That's four defenders essentially there. I mean, 3 when that hit eventually comes in. That should be more than enough. Kenny gets caught by a flashbang, over aggressive, but it all resets now. All the money issues that we had throughout regulation in both halves, it doesn't matter anymore. 16K. Kenny S. Gonna get aggressive in halls. He sees the trajectory of the nade. He's calling information. This is all information gathering. Maybe another pop flash through the smoke in mid. Here we go. Kenny could get caught, but no, he's got one kill, and he doesn't want to retreat that way. But they have him boxed in towards Halls if they make it up lane. G2 has to be so careful. Look at this position from Nitro. They're actually splitting in towards CT spawn. Shox is being cautious, but Stewie's going to turn the corner. Big kill, and it's Shox's!
It's a very rare miss for Stewie on this map. He's really been lights out, but that time letting Shox lift, although Nitro gonna get it back on Kenny. They don't know they're still 2 in pit. I think that's a big problem. Even if they get one more kill, that could really backfire on them. They might not check for the third.
They have to know they're in pit. They have to, because they have control of rap side. There might be one in the bomb site, but they have to assume pit is still wide open. Jack's gonna jump up. He's overexposed. He wanted the intel. And Almanac now, he's tagged. That might have been heard. Nitro's looking for it up on balcony. It's not there, but it's Naf to deliver. We've been waiting for him to shine. He has his moments. He has his impact. First round of overtime, a 2-on-2. Lucky and Shox.
Both coming up middle. They have a flashbang, but hard to flash everybody on this bomb site on Inferno. Gonna be trying to see if they can make it down quad. Bomb ticking steadily away. Lige realizing they're up close, and he's gonna set up a classic flashbang there. He's trading a little bit back and forth. Naf just waiting patiently inside, and time is running out quick on this. Naf with a nice shot there with the AWP. Triple and then a quad, and that was his 14th kill. What a time to be picking up shots.
That's one of the great things about Naf is that, yeah, I mean, he doesn't really get phased. We've seen some shots of him being frustrated in this series, and honestly, that first half from G2 would frustrate anybody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he still just stays so poised in all these situations. Great shots with the AWP. Like most of Liquid, extremely versatile.
If you wrote down the bullet points of everything that happened in this grand final so far and try to tell it to someone like it was going to happen tomorrow, they'd try and find a straight jacket for you, Mos. They just say, listen, he's lost his mind. That can't be true. There's no way. Kenny trying for a very adventurous shot, but why not? I just feel like everything is possible at this point.
They're doing it again. Same exact strategy. Pop flash through. Here it comes. Late smoke. Shox no gun out, but he swings. That time it's a win for Stewie.
Yes, it is. Grenade does a bit, but they're going to be falling back, and I think this is smart for Liquid. They've got so much time. They had the opening kill. There's no reason just to rush into anything. Instead, going to be setting it up. They still have Twist on the other side, who could either catch a rotator or keep a couple of people over at this A side. But actually, they're going to go looking.
This is a really cool play from a young player. You don't often see that. It's all timing. He's looking both ways. His attention was split between a couple different ideas, and that's going to leave Almanac. He does have an AWP, but that's a tough shot to hit, and it's even tougher now that the smoke is just going to plume in his vision. He's going to go for the timing of it. I don't know how you retake this. You have 2 AWPs, although to be fair, one is on Kenny.
I mean, there's obviously no reason to save anything, right? Last round of the overtime here in the first half, so just have to try and go for it. Naf in a good position, actually going to be a very easy kill. I think Kenny probably expecting a secondary trap there, and Amanek will get 1, but still, this does not seem doable either. 2 versus 4. Lucky hoping for a chance, but they're so well dug into this bomb site. He gets tagged a little bit. Running onto the site is going to get him killed, and Amanek... Oh, it wasn't the last round, sorry. This is crazy. I'm so impressed by this game. 17-15. He's going to save the AWP, which, fair play, he could have bought it again, but still, what a way to begin the overtime for Liquid. 2 rounds in their favor.
You got everything you could have wanted, Anders, coming into this. Shox 29 and 24. We saw the Deagle shots. We've seen the one-taps. We've seen the clutches. Kenny S, 23 and 18. He came alive at the end of regulation to ensure that G2 wasn't going to go down without a fight in this map. Twist and Stewie at 28 kills apiece. All the stars delivering. Nade out, fast pace towards Banana. Last 2 rounds, the first opening rounds of overtime, Liquid pop flashed through a smoke at top mid. This time, nowhere near it.
They get Banana control for not that much, but from G2's point of view, they also do only lose a lot of health, so for now they're going to be probably happy with that scenario. Liquid. Still with plenty of grenades, a little bit of control up in apartments here. G2 seem to have run into some trouble lately with some of the more aggressive plays they've had towards middle, so maybe that's why they're being little bit more conservative, I say, as Jax is now stepping into the fire to try and take the fight. Never mind.
Fire and smoke all over the map, everywhere. It's got to be confusing to communicate. If you're G2, no information, it's all being denied for the moment, but it's only Naf with that AWP in Banana. He's hoping someone's going to push for information. It's not happening. Shox and Lucky both doubled up at New Box. Meanwhile, towards the A bomb site, another double pit. Jackson Almanac.
I don't know about holding double pit with no smokes. In case that Molotov comes in, well, there we go. Means they're forced out, but it's going to be back at B. And they're going to be crushing it. How can they do this? Shox and Lucky, they've got no grenades. They just have to rely on raw aim. This is going to be a test, basically, of that skill, and that skill only. 15 seconds, though. Oh, no, the time for Liquid. They might be able to do this. Lucky, he's set up for it. That's the bomb drop. 10 seconds now. Liquid, what have you done with the round? 6 seconds left. They have to smoke and try and get it done. And Shox, he's missing it somehow. They get the bomb plant anyway. This is unreal. Now Jack's going to come in with a kill to take down Twist, and
Stewie's so far away.
He is. It's all on Elige. If they get the kill on him, then I don't know how Stewie get back in here. Molotov in the back, not going to help them out either. Liquid may have found it somehow inside of the smoke with 2 seconds left. The bomb plant. Is this finally going to be the 18th round? It's Kenny with a kill, and now Stewie holding it alone. 1 versus 3, and he gets shot down. They turn it around. G2. I don't know what's going on. This is ridiculous.
They absolutely needed that round. You cannot go down 0-3 on your CG side of Inferno. Not in overtime. 17-16 Team Liquid lead. We're looking for 19. 19 gives Team Liquid the trophy. Or it gives G2 a 5th mat. It gives G2 vertigo. What a shot. He spots the elbow. That's so tough for Elige to deal with.
There are just so many things happening. Any one of these rounds could be turned into a little documentary about what on earth is going on.
This is such a weird situation, though, for G2, because they did so good on their T side in regulation. Liquid never had like a double op setup. They never had a full buy. They could rarely afford it. So, yeah. I mean, oddly enough, with this much money, G2 has no idea what to look for in the Liquid defense that they're bringing in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, wow, that's a lot of grenades going over. All the grenades, more or less, going over. And they're going to be trying to see if they can snake their way all the way through Arch. Elige already been spotted a bit, but yeah, oh, nice leg shot coming through. Jax gets a headshot on Elige in return, and now Twist just trying to stay bunkered down to the pit. He just wants to live through this one. Nitro's gone down to Shox, and it's still a 3-on-3. No bomb plant, because the bomb is up there on Amanek, and he can't really make it out the smoke. Twist almost gets his head taken off trying to take that jump for information. But now there's a flank coming. Naf through the apartments as well. With the AWP, Shock's going to win the fight. It's not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Still 55 seconds. We have to wait for Naf. Oh, the Molotov timing is so good. I don't know how they knew that, but they had the read internally, and that's going to be worth its weight in gold. Stewie getting spotted. Naf got the line in. That's Stewie hitting a headshot, taking out Amanek, and
look at
still
the bomb.
35 seconds.
The bomb is down in pit as well. It's going to have to be Shox to take it, but Stewie's adjusting. If this takes too much time, Stewie's going to be able to cut him off. There's no flashes. There's no smokes, and there's Naf. The Molotov fades, and Shox is going to have to deliver something special, and he can't do it. 2 chances now for Team Liquid to become the champions of ESL Pro League.
Well, you can't say they don't deserve it. What a war they've been in, Team Liquid. Chance now for double overtime here. G2. 19 rounds and Liquid will win it. This has been a game unlike very few I've ever seen or casted.
That's Inferno. Inferno delivers in such big ways. Here we go. Elige at top mid, Nitro and Twist to help defend this A bomb site. Nitro's got the AWP.
Good grenade on Stewie.
Well, he's got a lot of information. He's starting to push down and creep down Banana, using that flashbang slowly but surely, and now a lot of information coming in. Molotov is actually going to split the attack, but it might not matter if Jax kills everything. There's a kill from Twist. He's got to be safe. He's got to get back into the bomb site. They're going to come out. There's no one in pit. That is a great staging point for G2.
It is, and Stewie's taken a really long range round. He was flanking all the way down through T-spawn. Twist inside of the bomb site. Now would be a good time to be a hero, and he's ready with that M4. No, he's going to get shot down. Lucky with a good kill. That did tag Amanek, but again, the flank. Stewie here with the AK in hand. Takes down Kenny. Misses the next headshot, and he might not get another chance here. Bomb is planted. They're kind of in a weird 2-on-3, and Stewie wants to flash his way out, but he's going to go down to Amanek. There may be still another chance here for G2 to continue this fight. Naf, I can't see him getting this one. He has to, he doesn't have to save the gun. They've got money, but still. How do you get onto this bomb site without just getting triple peaked? And there it is, Amanek with a triple. And that's 17-18.
What a way to attack the bomb site. Twist was just under so much pressure. This is faster paced than what we saw in the first half of the game. It's been so long since we saw this G2 T side. They played so poised in this post plant as well. No mistakes in such a high pressure scenario. One more. Double op setup still for the CT side.
That's a flashbang and a Molotov on top. Nafi gets one in spite of being absolutely on fire in that corner, and Stewie gonna be the Ranged. Excellent defense here at the top banana position, and grenade right on Kenny. We don't know yet, but that could be the deciding engagement here. Kenny now hoping that someone's gonna come and re-peek him.
Stewie just has one smoke, and he's the only one here. He's forced to put it down early. So a small victory for G2, even down a player. What a risky aggression from Stewie at top banana to find that follow-up kill. Back to the A bomb site. Nitro is playing in CT spawn essentially with the AWP. He's just spotting ramp side. He can't actually defend against it, but he needs to be in a position to help Stewie since he has no nades. He's got one flashbang. So if G2 ends up at B, which is looking likely, Nitro's going to have to come back and just toss a flashbang through that smoke and pray that Stewie can get something done.
Something with an AUG and 46 health. That is so risky. We'll have to find out. They're not going to have any smokes to block off anytime. You're right, that one flashbang, I agree. That's probably going to be it. If it happens at all, that'll be how it's done. The Molotov to force him out of the corner. Now he's way out in the open. He needs anything right now. Instead, he's going to go down. He couldn't see a single thing. He was flashed for all of that. And now they're in trouble. 3-on-3. The rotation coming in. Kenny with the kill to take down Nitro. Elysian Twist fighting to get this grand final through. And otherwise, it'll be double overtime here on map number 4. And Shocks, Amanek, and Kenny. Oh, actually, that might be a great Molotov, forcing them out into the corner, but they still need to find their way through. It does a lot of damage, but is it enough? Twist getting a headshot now, running onto the site itself. They're in a crossfire as well. Elise jumping up. Kenny gets one kill. Elise, and he can't turn around. That's it. Double overtime. It continues one more time.
What a fight for G2. They weren't even supposed to be in this grand finals. They weren't even supposed to be able to challenge at this level. And we have seen them get better and better throughout this tournament, throughout this series. And when they need it most, Shocks and Kenny S are the driving force. Once it got into crunch time here on Inferno, Shocks has 34 kills, Kenny S 26. It's Twist and Stewie with 32 on the Liquid side of things. And they just can't close this. They cannot shake G2 loose.
I can't imagine the adrenaline dump from map 4 to 5 if we get there.
Enters at this event, G2 are 0-3. They're winless in games that go to overtime.
Well, that is something. It was actually a good grenade. Looked like it should have done more damage. Stewie ready to counter grenade out. Just a question of timing a lot of the time up there, but let's see. 18-18. First team to get 22 rounds is now what we're going to be looking for.
G2 have slowed it right back down. Liquid still sticking with this double op setup. We didn't see it in regulation, and it didn't do him any favors in that first overtime either.
Oh, they're going to be faking it. Look at that. the smoke to Arch to Library, indicating that it's going to be a wrap on the A bomb site. Now, they have been found out. Nitro knows that they're not quite going to be there. So the question is, can the B defense hold? That's a beautiful flashbang to set it up. Stewie up on the high ground, though, going to be still getting the kill. And Naf takes one, takes a second, and can he got no, not quite a third. He was certainly ready for it, but that's a fantastic defense. Now Liquid need to take a deep breath. Bomb has not been planted yet. Well, there we go, but still they have a lot of time.
That was a nice flashbang. That's going to force Jax away from the angle. He was going to try and whittle down this retake before it occurred. It's Shox' turn. He gets aggressive. Immediate headshot. Elige is going to follow it up quietly. Shox caught out in the open. Unawares of the second player, and Jax has to come through this smoke. He has to be aggressive. He can't sit back, and Elige is going to have the retake and the defuse. 19-18 for Team Liquid.
That was some rock-solid B defense. In spite of being flashed there, Stewie back for a little bit more, and then obviously Naf.
Naf, he had a late start in this game. He had 10 kills in the first 30 rounds. Once we hit overtime, he's had 11.
Yeah, so what a hero. Proof, I guess, that it's, even if you're having a bad game, it's worth hanging in there, not getting too down on yourself, because you might be needed later on.
You got to find some way to have an impact, and he certainly has. The AWP has been great. Not just this round, he had one over at the A bomb site as well from the T side.
A little bit of a return to normalcy here as they're starting the round. Setting up for just clearing out the apartments, but the bomb's still quite far back. Ooh. Excellent spray. We don't get to see that nearly enough. And actually, even if they were sort of falling back out into
he almost got that, actually.
Yeah, that would have worked out great.
He was so close to getting Jax.
Kenny, peak, but Elige way too quick with the AK-47, and what a way to get started. This is great for Team Liquid.
They had 4 defenders there. And because of that, Stewie still has utility. He's got Molotov and a smoke. Naf has 1 flashbang. Naf with the AWP is going to actually rotate into that B bomb site. With the AWP. They must be careful. There must be a gap in that smoke that Naf is looking through. Yeah, just the smallest of gaps. Lucky might choose to test it, but Naf has to be sure he gets away.
Stewie, that was the Molotov. He still has a smoke, Stewie. I think Naf actually getting burned by that, but that smoke goes up there. 30 seconds, and now coming in Nitro on the other side. He does have an AWP, but G2 are running this clock very low. Amanek, I'm not sure. I mean, if he could cause a distraction, he almost like has to throw some grenades here. Is he going to call them back?
They're going back.
What?
There's 18 seconds on the clock. I feel like he has to go. He has to provide an opening of some sort, or at least try to. 12 seconds on the clock.
Surely everyone's lost their mind. Lige shutting it down. Twist on the other side. This is such a bold call, and it is not going to be working out. Twist with an excellent defense, picking up that triple. Elige with a double, and that's another round for Liquid.
If you make that call with that much time left, you're hoping and you're assuming that Liquid has over-rotated to the B bomb site. You're assuming they might have 4 players there and you can find a near-empty bomb site. It's not to be.
Yeah, well done on the crossfire.
And again, go back to that first half, to regulation. Liquid never had the ability to save that utility down the stretch. Stewie was never able to have a Molotov and a smoke with 30 seconds left on the clock, and that was so painful for the G2 to have to sit behind.
The customary exchange of grenades over at Banana. Now they're going to try and go and peek this double setup, and, well, they trade it, and then Lee shows up to shut it down, turning around with a big double kill. And now still a 3-on-2. Nitro trying to fall back in the pit. He's got no backup here, and he's going to be going down. So still a chance for G2. They're going to be putting the bomb down kind of out in the open. I would say that's risky, but 2-on-2. And down in the pit, Kenny picking up the AWP, but it's going to be lucky to get the first kill, leaving it on Naf, who now has to try and retake with an AWP. And he's by the hay. Got his shot down. Very nicely done. 20-19. And G2 bringing that round back a little bit. They're still in it. I don't know.
That's incredible. I mean, strats have gone out the window. This is just all 5 players are going somewhere. And then as soon as the contact goes, you're just moving forward. For them to recover from that Elige double kill in Halls, that was a really cool stack from Team Liquid. That was the kill that mattered. Kenias over the top. This one hurt as well. It looks like Stewie was finding a gap in the smoke and just couldn't see that far left. 20-19. Liquid looking for 2 rounds.
couple of grenades down the middle. Just anything to get a little bit of damage, a little bit of an edge early on in some of these rounds. It all matters at the end, and we've seen time and time again. You know, we've always wondered what it would be like to have a best of 7 final. We might equivalent to get there. You know, it's going to be the same thing, isn't it?
It's looking likely. Well, Jax, small bit of nade damage taken. 4 players for Liquid are here. Twist is in Boiler as well to help take bracket control, and they're going to find it free. Kenny S is on Rap side with an op. Smoke clears and he wants to be in position, but wisely Liquid's going to repeatedly Molotov that, put utility in place. And this is what they're waiting for. Nitro, he's going to be watching for anyone to get aggressive. They know at some point during these rounds, G2 has gone searching for information. They want to punish that. And again, we're going to get a gamble stack. Jax is rotated over towards the B bomb site at a 3rd defender. Kenny has rotated all the way around. G2 rolling the dice in double overtime. In this
35 seconds. He's just on the balcony. He's got a little bit of crossfire, but it's going to be almost impossible. Kenny, they're going to be jumping up on top of him. They're going to be raining down that flashbang to set it up. Amanek can't see a thing. He still gets the kill. Make it a double. And Kenny there, the crossfire. How could that even work? They should have been shut down. That flashbang should have been everything. There should have been no way to put any of that into use. Elige now fighting to bring it back, but the bomb is down there.
It's on top.
Yo, we can't even get it. It looked like maybe he could, but...
How did Amina get that 2nd kill? That is madness. What an impressive hold. I think the reason that works, I think the Liquid players were flashed as well. I think they went I think they went a little bit early.
They were, but how so? Like, surely they would still eventually be able to return it. That doesn't even go through the floor. That bounces. The recoil puts that bullet right in Stewie's face.
It's so insane. It's so crazy. But sometimes you gotta get a little bit lucky.
Oh, now. Well, Kenny's ready to double down on the madness. That looked like that push at everything. 4 people jumping down on top of a guy with an AWP. And somehow that is not how it plays out.
Well, control the map for Liquid. All these teams on their CT side now, there's no real aggression coming in outside of that play from Kenny, but no one taking risks outside of apparently gamble stacking bomb sites. Lucky and Shocks.
We haven't seen this boost actually. I mean, we've seen it before, but not on Inferno so far.
Towards mid we go again. Kenny going for some blind shots. Going to rotate around to the other side of the bomb site. Jax is going to take up defensive duty on Rap side, stepping in front of the smoke.
And they're going to draw everybody back here. Naf is going to be setting up the initial grenade. Jax is going to be under so much pressure. I think the question for him is, can he help out his teammates? If he falls back to try and stay alive, his teammates might be screwed inside of this bomb site. 25 seconds, yeah. He's falling back around the corner, but they're all going to be coming, and they're wrapping around Quad and Rap both at the same time. Big defensive shot for Kenny, but they need a lot more right now. He's not sure where they're coming from, and he's going to go down. Elige with a beautiful double entry. 10 seconds on the clock, and trying to get the angle. It's not going to be possible here. A big opening, a big chance now for Liquid.
Yeah, they have to have this. Man advantage on the retake. Shocks is still so far out. He's got to be careful. Twist is actually going to take up a perfect position to put a stop to this. Actually, he doesn't take the shot, but he does call it out. He knows there's a flank. Shock's going to come in. Not even being quiet about it. There goes Elige. He was waiting at top hit. Lucky now on Rap side. Twist, meanwhile, is flanking Shocks. He should be the safety net. No one's looking. No one's looking. They lost track, but they have recovered nicely. There's Shocks continuing the spray, trying to find everything. It's just Stewie left. He's got it. I think he's got the defuse as well. I think he's got plenty of time. And it's in. That is a miraculous retake. I can't believe it. Liquid crumble. And how do you recover from that? How did Twist die?
Shocks turned around. He just knew. I don't know if anyone could have seen this coming.
38 kills on Shox now.
He
And
has,
somehow Liquid still had a timeout. I don't know.
in terms of this kind of Shox, he's been in hibernation for years. And I guess now it was time.
Liquid's not happy about that. This was so insane. I could not believe.
He sees the Tracer at the end there, knows where he is, and half a second more would have been too late. Now instead, I don't know. I can't even summarize all of the crazy rounds we've had so far just on this map alone. 21-20, and we're gonna go here to the last round, at least of the double OT. G2 win it. We're gonna go to map number 5 on Vertigo. If not, then it's triple overtime. And they're going to go for this boost. It was never found out, so why not? Although, oh, don't want to get caught boosting. It can also be Molotov, just to point that out.
Liquid's really been loving this A bomb site, though. Kenny S behind the smoke. Takes a shot before falling back. Taking control of halls is Liquid, and that at least forces the defense to be very passive. Another Amanek is back up on the balcony. And it's only Elige who's at top banana, and he's just a second option for Liquid. But because this is so passive from G2, because they haven't really fought for any map control, they've still got a decent amount of utility. Lucky's got Molotov smoke. That's over in the B bomb site. If Liquid retreat to that with this time left, they're kind of screwed. So this is the best call they can make.
Kenny hiding behind the smoke, trying to see if he get it done. The spray's coming through. He's in a lot of trouble, and they can't even really counter-spray it because he'll be shot by his teammates, so they've just got to wait now. Is he going to try and sneak his way through? It's Stewie on that other side waiting at the moment, and Kenny's going to be going down. Elige with another big opening here in overtime. Amanek down in the pit, and this time he will not make it work. 2 versus 4 to try and prevent the triple overtime. Make it a 1 versus 4. Stewie protecting the library, and that's it.
That's a great hit, and Team Liquid love running that. That's their bread and butter. They love getting Stewie up on ramp side, and he has a couple options if he can make it all the way down. Obviously, this time he felt too much pressure and did not want to push forward, so just changes it up, a small adjustment at the end. But we've seen him push up and just play lurk. We've seen him help take the bomb site if it's necessary, but it's a very cool tactic in that way that you can change. You can change his role so fluidly. 21-21, triple overtime.
Why not? Why not? Let's keep it going. New number to look for is 25 for anyone who's not wanting to do the math on their own. This whole thing has been wild and out of control. I feel like a lot of these entries that we're seeing now, a little bit later on, are from Elige. It's like he's woken up and was reminded, hold on, there's still that MVP trophy that I kind of want to try and win. And, you know, for a while, Stewie and Twist were sort of out-competing me, so how about some entries?
This may be the most quiet series I've seen from him once the playoffs have gotten started, but he's still been phenomenal.
Ooh. I was over at the B-bomb site.
Yeah, they
Grenade.
Yep, Elige taking point there. Stewie in support, but great shot from Kenny.
It's almost like he's just, wow, that actually connected. If that had been a headshot, I think that's...
They called it out. He heard it. Twist heard that tag. Naf went back for more.
Now, how's this going to be working out? They need to, if they want to fight these, they need to kill these guys quickly because they both have grenades on the other side, and that's an easy shot for Lucky, and that's what I mean with grenades. He's going to put them out a little bit. Oh, Shox on the boost, getting caught, but Lucky still there. Grenade now lands right on top of Naf with the AWP. And he's going to have a big chance there. Lucky not aware that he was just slightly showing. So still a 2-on-3. The bomb being planted, but Naf can't make it out. Kenny there to pick it up for the second kill of the round on him. And now it's on Twist. And he's going to pick up the one headshot. They're not even on the bomb side yet. And he's still fighting for it. They don't have a smoke, and he has a Molotov. If he knows the Molotov to go over, that would really be something. But instead, he's at coffins waiting.
I don't think they're ever going to expect this position.
Well, probably not, but also they'll never expect the Molotov. This could really be bad for G2. They had the 1 versus 3. He's going to pick up the headshot. He makes it back around the corner. The Molotov is out. He's going to put it right on top of the bomb, and I don't think they have time for it. It's going to be Amanek going down. Twist with a massive 1 versus 3 to start out triple overtime.
And he had to win that 1 versus 2 as well previously, picking up the M4. This guy is a god at the moment. So many clutches. You saw his tweet, I believe it was after the Astralis game. He was so disappointed in his performance. There's nothing to be disappointed about here. He has been a monster. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2 to even help Liquid get here. And now he's got 39 kills. He's going toe-to-toe with Shox, one of the best players Counter-Strike has seen. And so much damage early on. Jax at 9 HP, Lucky at 48. Elige is going to turn this corner. He's going to grab him. Didn't get away quick enough. Elige is relentless at the moment. There's another follow-up flash, but Lucky so blind and through the smoke. Living up to his name.
Now 4-on-4. Some grenades still left on the Liquid side. Not as many as they'd probably like. And over on this B bomb side, I don't know if Shox can stay here. He does have a smoke and a Molotov, but Liquid, as you mentioned, they've been very fond of this A bomb side.
I think that's why we're seeing the stack head this direction. They haven't really, outside of last round, I guess, but oh, great shot from Twist. He keeps it up. There goes Kenny, and yeah, that's going to be the go sign. Once you take Kenny out, you'll take any of these fights gladly. You spot one in this site, he's completely blind. Great utility from Team Liquid. It opens up A, and that's a plant. That's going to be a round as well, more than likely. This is so difficult to retake. Naf has an AWP inside the site, Nitro and Twist as well, but we've seen some crazy things. Let's not count them out just yet.
If we really have Lucky, though, going to be walking right, and he doesn't realize, then that puts him probably out of the competition here. It's 12 health left, and going to try his very best to see if he could make it work. Time already ticked quite far down, and he's going to be dropped. And another round here for Liquid, 23-21. This is, I don't know, everything about this game is just beautiful. What are they going to do, G2? That A bomb site really has been a problem for the French, hasn't it?
It's been under a constant barrage from Team Liquid. Their utility has been perfect, but I mean, it's over towards the B bomb site. Oddly enough, Liquid's been able to find a lot of kills here early on in these rounds, and yeah, A has been an issue, but mostly when they've rotated back. Oh my god, Naf ready for the boost.
I would love to see that from his point of view as well.
I think he was just looking only for the boost.
Who does that in the third overtime? You know?
Naf.
Seems wild. Yeah, apparently so. Now they've got a secondary boost going on inside of a boiler, which you can really trick people, especially coming up the stairs like Twist is. Although, as we said, he has been having a couple of really incredible rounds.
Well, this boost has been so strong, and one of the ways to get around it, a lot of players coming up these stairs have usually thrown an HE with it and then taken the peek. We'll see if Twist goes that route.
Well, there's another problem.
Either way, they're trapped. They're stuck in boiler no matter what happens.
Oh, they're coming from the other side. They're going to be fought from the other direction. Amanek picking up one and actually gets a double. Better than you could have expected.
Lucky's
now.
Here.
Yep, he is 84 seconds. No, it's 48, sorry. It's going to be him going down anyway. And that looks like it's going to be all 3 rounds. We don't want to count him out yet here. We've seen, as you said, a lot of madness. But 1 versus 3s, I mean, you should almost never be able to win them. It's Shox walking in. They're both in the corner. That's a little bit of an issue. Shox getting the one now out of the balcony. And he can't transfer it on to the next. That's 3 rounds on the T side in triple overtime going to Team Liquid. That puts them very, very close to picking this one up.
Yeah, they just need 1 round in the second half, and they're taking the trophy. They've had to fight so much. I don't think anyone expected this much resistance from G2 on Inferno. This is a Liquid team that, I mean, much like Astralis before them, known for really struggling in finals, choking away big leads, choking away opportunities. You think the loss to a struggling Mouse Sports in New York last year. Look at how they've responded every time adversity has hit them here in this game.
That was a perfect exchange of grenades. You don't want to be jumping on that side. In case you were missing it for a while here, Naf has really woken up in this game. You've got to stay honest. Lucky also grenaded down after the fact. You're right, this Liquid team has been through so many things. Maybe that's why they can still keep this up. In spite of a mental fourth map. Flash reveals the AWP, and you could probably guess that Naf was going to be falling back after that. Probably needs some backup as he's got no more grenades. Stewie, though, has a smoke and a Molotov, and this late in the round, that could be deadly.
Could be very deadly.
There's the smoke to block off Naf on the coffins.
Yeah, but the smoke from Stewie is going to negate that. If he puts it down after this Molotov, then that smoke in front of Naf is going to disappear. Now they have 2 smokes to follow it up with.
Yeah, but do they want to? They don't know that that's the last smoke on B, right? So if they risk it and there's another one sub 30 seconds, that's an issue. Now here come all the grenades. G2 fighting to stay in the tournament right now. Stewie jumping into the smoke, hiding inside of it. They don't know that yet. And he's going to get the 1 kill, but still might not be enough here. Naf waiting for them. 19 seconds. The rest of Liquid started to make their way there. He's not going to get the guy planting the bomb. Kenny holding on the other side. The flank coming in, and Liege goes down, and that just might be it for G2 here. Very strong position. No more grenades left on the CT side. And Naf is crouching, and he's hoping that no one's going to see this coming. But G2 are not moving an inch.
Yeah, double up as well in this retake. Going to be so tough. Great first shot. That might spur someone forward. It does. It spurs Shox and Lucky. A kill apiece. And Naf knows he can't actually do it, but wants some consolation prizes at the end. Shox close up to his left. Triple kill for Shoxy in the round. 22-24. Twist and Stewie have passed 40. 41 on Twist, 40 on Stewie. Shox at 44 to lead the entire server.
They need 2 more rounds still on that G2 side.
From the T side as well.
Yeah.
Not an easy thing to accomplish.
No, any mistake. Gonna be 3 people. Not throwing all the grenades, but just a couple there. Nobody wants to have anything to do with Banana at the moment in terms of fighting for it early on, but this is kind of nice though.
I know G2. I mean, you're gonna love hearing all this. Those are the smokes and Molotovs that caused you so many issues during your hit last time. Now the next problem is Naf with the AWP is going to be positioned at Car, actually on top of the half wall. So when that smoke clears, his goal is to get just 1 kill and then back away. He's got a smoke of his own to slow things down if needed.
Bit of a fake over at Arch. Just a smoke to make sure that Stewie can't see what's going on, while Naf up on the wall, gotta be falling back down. He's sticking around. I was gonna say, this is scary. He tries to shoot him through the wall, and that can absolutely work. And now he's back here with the smoke. The last one they have on the side, he's gonna put it up again, and G2, are they gonna want to risk it one more time? They're going to check middle. This is so smart for Stewie.
This smoke lasts till below 30 seconds.
Yeah, but the fact that he's down in middle, this could be the final winning moment. Just him walking down. He's spotting it out. He's going to be flanking him as they're setting up, and that's an absolute disaster. Stewie, he may have just done it. Double for him, and Alicia on the other side. Oh my God, Amanek in a 1 versus 3 with 19 seconds. Unbelievable scenes here, ladies and gentlemen. Team Liquid are your Season 9 Pro League champions.
What a wild experience. Stewie was so done with it. He went and took the trophy for himself, flanking down mid. Everything out of the way, all the strats. What an effort from G2 though. This marks the return. Shox and Kenny S. If you had any doubt that French Counter-Strike couldn't hang with the best.
Oh, it's definitely back. There was nobody in the world that was expecting this level. Nothing like it, I can guarantee you. A historic match for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this Inferno, so many moments, so many clutches. Liquid had to work so hard to get here. If you go back to that first half, G2 applied so much pressure. Kenny coming on fire right at the end of regulation and overtime. Naf was responding to that. Twist going head for head with Shocks and clutching. This map tested Liquid to its very core.
In the first round and facing elimination every step of the way, Liquid ran the gauntlet in an unprecedented fashion. Pitted against longtime nemesis Astralis, stopping FaZe and dismantling Mousesports. Finally, it's G2 that were in the guillotine and the call was made. The masters of both Sydney and Dallas, it's Liquid that had all the cards when their opponents were trying to play checkers. Liquid are the Pro League Season 9 champions.
What a performance from Team Liquid. Coming in here, starting out slow, losing to North in a best-of-1 series, having to go through the lower bracket, having to face Astralis in the quarterfinal, yet able to overcome it all.
That map was absolutely historical, absolutely crazy. Remember, go back to 14-15. 1 HP is what Twist was left with after his 1v3. 1 HP separating us from a potential 5th map.
An absolute bloodbath in everything put out there on the line. Liquid put it out there, G2 put it out there, and we're going to put it down there. We're going to get to hear from the champions direct.
I'm here with Elige. What a game we've been through. You've been struggling so hard to win that game. But how hard was it for you? You must be so relieved right now.
Yeah, that was an insane game. Like, it was super back and forth. It was really scrappy. Like, we both had really terrible money, like both halves. So really scrappy, and we did a good job.
C'était un moment forcément très dur pour eux. Ils ont tous fait des erreurs et ils sont forcément très heureux. Ils ont fait un très beau travail. It must mean a lot for you guys to get that trophy now. You're one step closer to the Grand Slam, right? The 1 million prize money coming.
Yeah, our goal is to try to get the Grand Slam before we go on the player break. We get some vacation somewhere nice, the Bahamas or something, go to Disney.
Donc ils sont à très très peu de choses d'aller gagner le Grand Slam, qui est le $1 million à gagner, qui est un prix incroyable pour eux. J'imagine qu'ils sont forcément très fiers. Can you say some few words for your opponents, because they did like a very great job in front of their crowd?
Yeah, G2, they played really amazing. Like, we were up on the first 2 games, and then they came back on the 3rd one, which was like a really crazy game. Inferno was really scrappy, and they were having a ton of insane plays, so good game to them.
Voilà, on peut les applaudir bien fort, s'il vous plaît. Ils ont félicité leur challenger G2 qui ont fait des manches incroyables, dont la dernière, vous l'avez vu, qui a été folle. I will let you sign this for us. This is your time, guys. You're the champion here at the ESL Pro League. Big applause, please, for Team Liquid.
And very much deserved. Ellie Giggle getting the last signature there on the board, and rightfully so. A very impact player for the side of Liquid throughout the entirety of this season.
I don't think you can neglect the fact that he's the MVP of this tournament. Elise has had another one. He did it in Dallas more than a week ago, and now coming into this tournament, he continued to play hearts out. Elise is on to something great. Liquid is on to something great.
I mean, we are witnessing right now the first steps of a potential Liquid era, right? I was looking at their results, winning Sydney against Fnatic, winning Dallas against ENCE, now these ESL Pro League Season 9 finals against G2. That's 3 Inter Grand Slam in 3 events. It's absolutely insane. They came here, they said that they wanted to beat Astralis, they wanted to do it on LAN in a best of 3 to sort of assert their position. They have done it. Was it easy always? No. Was it always clean? No. Sometimes they had to survive against Hellraisers, but it doesn't matter. They did it, and right now they are at the top of the world.
You're damn right they are, and they couldn't have done it in any more thrilling fashion. My goodness, for a second there, I thought we were going to Vertigo, but instead we're going to be going to where I want to take you, which is the Mountain Dew Amped Game Fuel Power Play vote. I need you to head over at ESLCS Twitter and get those votes in. Do it right now. Here are your candidates for that play. We're going to start it from the very tip top. Nitro with a 4K in the B site on Dust 2. We've got the downing of a Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. We also have a Twist 3K in the pistol and overpass, and then Shocks with Le One Taps.
There were so many good plays in this match. So many good plays. First of all, Nitro coming in.
The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays.
So many good plays in this match. Nitro coming in with his 4-man spray down, absolutely dismantling G2 at 15-15.
I mean, this was probably my favorite part of the final here. We see Stunna with a beautiful entry frag onto the K fuel can. That was beautiful, though.
Absolutely disgusting.
My life is something of a meme. I've actually kind of figured that out. Wow. All right.
Just like the emotion on your face. I like how you're in it. Anyway, back to Twist. We actually plays Counter-Strike here with a beautiful display of USP. That man was insane.
Followed up here by Shocks with an amazing clutch. That one tap right there, that's sick. But the second one coming in right here over the box, that's just old school Shocks. You know, he used to be one of the best players in the world, and he got to show it right here as well.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we're going to get to show some of that at the G2 side. Yes, they do take an L today. Yes, they do finish second, but we need to hear what they have to say.
I'm gonna do this in French, sorry, I have to. Merci. Je sais pas par où commencer parce que c'est incroyable ce que vous nous avez offert sur cette scène. Je pense qu'on a l'un des plus beaux matchs de l'histoire de Counter-Strike. Vous avez tout donné pour votre public, pour votre niveau de jeu, pour tous vos mates. C'était incroyable. On vous sent très déçus de ce moment. Et pourtant, vous avez écrit votre histoire en allant chercher Team Liquid, #1 team in the world. You were here to compete them.
Ouais, là c'est un petit peu dur de parler à chaud, hein, franchement avec toutes les émotions et tout. Clairement on est très déçus. Après je pense qu'il faut être honnête. Ça a été la meilleure équipe aujourd'hui. On a tout donné. On a donné ce qu'on avait à donner et c'était pas assez pour aller les chercher. Donc franchement bravo à eux, ils méritent la victoire. Et merci vraiment à tous les gens qui étaient là parce que franchement genre on n'a pas beaucoup d'événements en France, donc c'est vrai qu'on a déjà fait la DH Tour, mais là il y avait plus de monde, plus d'ambiance, enfin voilà, vous avez géré de ouf, donc c'est franchement la première fois je pense de notre vie qu'on vit ça sur le sol national. Et donc vraiment merci beaucoup parce que...
Un petit mot Kenny, un petit mot sur les coéquipiers qui ne sont pas là mais qui ont été exceptionnels aussi. G2 est dans la place, on peut le dire aujourd'hui, sur le toit du monde.
Il faudra confirmer maintenant. On a ce qu'il faut, on l'a montré. On a eu aussi un soutien incroyable du public. Et ça, la prochaine fois, on l'aura sûrement pas. Donc, il faudra prouver.
The audience said we're going to be here with you for the next step.
Venez à Chicago, alors vous faites quoi?
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Applaudissements pour les G2!
Yes, G2 will be taking an L, but this was a statement series for them, a statement map of Inferno, and somewhere that we can certainly look forward to when it comes to the future of French Counter-Strike.
I mean, this entire tournament have just been all about G2 refounding their form. Right? We got to see glimpses of it in Dallas, but this time around, they got it in full force. We talked about Kineas, we talked about Shocks coming back to life, and this tournament was a great showcase of what those two guys can do when they're surrounded by three, I would say great players in form of Amanek, Lucky, and Jax.
Yep, that's exactly what we have. We do also have the results of that poll that I asked you all to vote on. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that now because it's been a busy day in Twitter for some of you. Let's see what the winner was. Survey says... Shocks. Shocks 3K Le One Taps there on Inferno, and rightfully so. An absolute beast. This guy is nothing short of anything over the years.
I mean, we just saw the renaissance of the Shoxy the God. That's how it was.
That's exactly what we saw. We're actually going to see this more in depth. Take it away, Chad.
So this is the one I was actually going to break down for you anyway, but here in this play, from the pit, Nitro picks up multiple kills and the bomb gets stuck on the balcony. Kenny and Shocks, the two legends left in limbo here, and these two one-taps, I slowed this down in my version of the replay, and you just see the pixels of his head before he fires, getting them back into this round, giving them a chance in this scrappy half. Not only did he hit shots like this, but with the Deagle to have 4 spy rounds to do the back and forth in the opening stages, it's what gave us such an exciting last map, and it's good to have Shocks and Kenny back to where they belong, Trace.
Yeah, that's where we see them, but ultimately it is the French Counter-Strike scene, again, taking that loss. Liquid are your champions of the season. And overall, I just want to ask you guys sort of a blanket question at this point about what we learned from the teams that participated here.
wow, so many things, so many teams. I mean, if you look at the losing side here, G2, and Shock said in an interview, yes, they played great. This is very reassuring. This is good sign, but they will need to do it at a different event. Here they had the crowd, and he said that meant something for them. They could feel the crowd with them. That was incredible. Now they will need to replicate that result in a different place, and to me, that would be the confirmation that G2 is back.
I think the main takeaway from this tournament is that I feel that there is a lot of teams right now playing some solid and great Counter-Strike. For a long period when Astralis were dominating, it kind of felt like the other teams weren't really on par with Astralis. Obviously, they were the best in the world and they set the bar high. But I sense that there's so many good teams around right now. North, again, not making it far in this tournament, but doing decent. Fnatic is the only one that disappointed me so far in this tournament. They seem to be on a downward spiral, but you have teams like G2, you have Mousesports, you have FaZe coming, you have Liquid now establishing an era. There are so many great Counter-Strike teams, and we didn't even have Na'Vi here.
Yeah, I think you're bang on with that one. Let's take a look at these brackets, and I'll kind of keep you guys up to date as to how the playoffs have unfolded to this point in Asatani. It was something like this. G2 did battle their way all the way through into the grand finals, but as we just witnessed, it's Liquid that come out top today, grab themselves a third notch in the Intel Grand Slam, and are on par for potentially grabbing the whole thing in Cologne.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And I was just thinking, this grand final was so long, so nerve-wracking. I actually forgot about the playoff. I forgot about everything, the semifinals, the quarterfinals. This was just an insane game. But yeah, I mean, Jacob was dead on. Mousesports as well. What a surprise, this tournament. They showed here the very young lineup. They make it a hard life. They almost made it to the grand finals. It was nerve-wracking. So exciting time for Counter-Strike, and the Intel Grand Slam is going to be tight in the next event.
Yes, it absolutely is. There's quite a few teams. I mean, we said the likes of FaZe Clan and Mousesports. There's an MIBR. There's a lot of rumors going around. What could possibly happen there? That'll be interesting to watch and keep our eyes on. Fnatic, yes, that is a puzzle all on its own, but it's not on us to figure it out, I suppose. And perhaps, even if we look a little bit deeper, there is the chance for us to really see all of this just explode in Cologne. It could all boil over right into that event.
I think Cologne is going to be a great tournament. With all the good level Counter-Strike teams we had at this tournament, it can only be good in Cologne. There's so much skill right now. There's so many teams trying to, I would say, redefine themselves and get up to the next level. I think everyone eyes an opportunity now to be the number one in the world now that the Astralis era is over. Maybe Liquid is going to take over that one and just beat everyone down to the beat. But for now, I think there's so many teams, Mousesports, NRG for that matter as well, coming in with a new in-game leader. So many teams eye the possibility of getting to the top, and that's what elevates the entire Counter-Strike scene right now.
Yeah, we are at a heightened level of competition here in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but the competition doesn't stop here in Asatani. In fact, we have quite a few more events coming up. I want to go ahead and tell you all about them. So perhaps we just take a look at the schedule as follows. We do have ESL 1 Cologne coming up in roughly 2 weeks, followed by Intel Extreme Masters Chicago, and then, of course, the ever-coveted ESL 1 New York. Yeah, nobody wants to miss the Big Apple. But, of course, that is actually the end of the run here for us in Asatani, France. You have been an excellent host, Montpellier, and to all the Frenchmen out there that have put up with us all week, we do appreciate you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Au revoir, everyone. Good night, and see you later. We'll catch you next time.
Don't need to go begin. I don't comprehend it, not pretend, cause when I'm coming is to win. You either got it or you don't. You either bought it or you won't. You either wanna give it everything or you wanna cry out a soul. I'ma say it from the jump. Mama ain't raised a chump. My mama raised me to persevere. If I'm ever here in motivation, like woo. Just know this, never stop, never quit. People wanna see you doing good, but never better than them. Gotta push yourself to the limits. You cannot lose if you are not in it. You gotta lose sometimes just to win it. Don't get discouraged, it's just the beginning. Yeah, turn up. Don't end up a Timmy Turner. Don't get caught up in the streets. Don't get caught up with a burner. Don't be a slow learner. Hold no. You only get one shot, one chance. Talking March Madness at the big dance. Talking big man, no champions. Like
no guts, no glory. Not a part of my story. I'm going hard for that trophy. It's why they all been on me. No guts, no glory. There's no need to go again. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming it's to win. No guts, no glory. Not a part of my story. I'm going hard for that trophy. It's why they all been on me. No guts, no glory. There's no need to go again. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming it's to win.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away.